Heather, do you agree with what Jazz just said? Did you listen and understand and agree?
Yeah, I agree. It's up to the individual that's cheating to change themselves. And even if the other
Okay,
partner accepts it, like you still gotta take accountability. If you want someone to stay and be with you, then you have to stop that shit and like work it out. So
It's wrong, and just because it's like socially accepted doesn't mean it makes it right. Slavery was
mhm.
socially accepted, and we know that is not right. So it
right.
really just is up to you to make the decision to say this person in my life deserves better from me than me lying to her over some coochie that I don't really care about anyway. You know what I mean? It's like, how much do
Yeah,
you care about the person you're in a relationship with if you can risk it all over some meaningless sex?
right.
Mhm.
So Heather agrees. Who's next to you, Jazz? On your left, I think.
Another Jazz. She's Jazz too.
Okay, so Jazz,
Oh
Jazz,
yeah,
Jazz Square. Okay,
hey,
Jazz,
Jazz.
Jazz, did you hear what she said? Understand it and agree with it?
Yeah, I understand. I agree. It's meant
Okay,
nobody should be cheating. Nobody should be cheating. And the person that is cheating should be held accountable. They should hold themselves accountable and do what's right.
okay,
You know? Yeah.
okay. Sounds good.
That's
And Damien, did you hear, understand, and accept what Jazz was saying to be right and true?
Yeah, I just want to add a little caveat to that. I think one of the things
Well,
that
can you
can keep you
wait
cheating.
before you add the
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
caveat? Can we
yes,
get a yes or
yes,
no?
yes,
Okay,
yes, yes.
yeah,
The answer is yes to
yeah.
that question.
Appreciate it.
One of the things that I think though is a lot of times dudes don't cheat because of the fear of the repercussions of cheating. So if the woman's an accepting of it, then that kind of going to continue the behavior. So if the woman says, "Hey, all right, this is the third time, I'll give you a fourth time," then she's kind of like perpetuating, like, yeah, this woman gonna forgive me if I cheat. It's not a big deal. So there's no like incentive to not cheat. But if you say, okay, you know what? You're one and done. You cheat on me, I'm going to leave you, and you stand by that. Then it could possibly the fear of the repercussion can stop change the dude's mentality when it comes to cheating as well. Not necessarily cheating is wrong, but I don't want to keep losing my women if they keep dumping me. If I cheat one time, that can also cheat as
So,
well. Because
And I
women,
want
a
so
lot of
it,
times we are
it
motivated by
Would
negative reinforcement, negative like punishment and stuff.
can I
so
also
just so yeah,
double
I'm about to
back
say
on that?
Jazz. Jazz.
I
You
just want to piggyback on that
yeah.
because he said something about like the outcomes of cheating, right? Some men don't because of the fear of what they might lose, right? And I think cheating also happens so much because you also you feel like you need to lie to keep your situation and to keep your self-interest, and then when it all blows up you get upset when you could just be honest about it, right? So lying about it doesn't work for you in any way. You're going to lose if you cheat, but you can't. I've heard people say like, oh well, cheating is better because if I tell the truth then you're going to leave me. Well, that's a consequence of cheating. When you deceive people, there is consequence. When you lie at work, cheat on a test at school, when you do anything outside of integrity amongst other people, there will be a consequence. But that doesn't mean make your partner suffer because you're more concerned with having your cake and eating
So
it too.
only cheating if I
So
get
so
caught, and
so
and
let
I
me
not really even try to get funny. Like if I don't get caught, it didn't happen. Go ahead,
We're
Chiggy.
still cheating, and
so
only
I know
you
Chiggy
know.
wants to.
Jazz, you let me ask you this. Do you think that the character of somebody that cheats actually cares about the consequence of things? Or do they care about the benefit of something other besides the consequence?
I think it's both because they care about keeping their own self interest, and they also care about what they could lose if they're honest
Yeah,
about
okay.
They
Okay,
want
so
their,
right
they want their,
or
their
so we agree. We agree there. But again, we're talking about the character of a
right. Mhm.
cheater. The character of a cheater, can you change that? Or do they have to change that themselves? Their
Yeah,
being, who
it's,
they are in the depths of their soul. If
there's
you are a
nothing I
cheater,
can do.
what can you do with a cheater?
There absolutely nothing. I can't
Okay.
change anybody.
And
Change
it does and it has nothing to do with consequence. If they a cheater, they just gonna cheat, right?
once a
until
cheater,
they
always a
realize
cheater.
until they really realize and do
Unless they
work.
want to change themselves, correct?
Absolutely. That's what
But
anything.
Come on, Cheeky, what you about to say?
What's so
I'm
wrong with
just saying it sounds to no, Jazz, we're in
Oh, so
agreement.
hold no no. So hold
Jazz,
on.
we're in agreement in what you're saying. I think consequences don't matter. A cheater's going to cheat because he already knows the consequences,
I think
and
that's
that's just
wrong.
part of his character. People of good character don't cheat because that's just not in their
I,
character. The
so
same thing would apply. The
So
same thing would apply to women who are promiscuous or who decide that they want to be or do a certain thing. That's just who you are. It is not a
Cheeky
man's response.
Banter.
It's
hold
Let
on,
not
me
a
ask
T,
you a
man's
let him
question.
finish.
responsibility.
T,
It's
let him
not a
finish. Hold
man.
on, love, you gotta wait.
It is
Okay.
not a man's responsibility to change a promiscuous woman. She has to do that on her own. She
I
needs to
agree.
take an account. She needs to take an account
I
and do all
agree.
those things. It doesn't matter if she's signify or what do you call it? If her actions lead her to a relationship, that relationship doesn't change the fact that she's still promiscuous and she needs to change her behavior. And you shouldn't put it on the person who may have gone into a relationship with her. You shouldn't put any accountability on that person,
Can I?
assuming that that person believes that that person is changed.
Oh,
Correct?
okay. But why
let
are you choosing?
just
So
one
hold
second,
on.
Jeremy.
I'm
Let
just
Ali
asking.
and then Tyranny and Love afterwards.
I'm
Okay.
asking y'all, Tyranny,
Uh
Jazz,
oh. Uh oh.
Love, Damien, and Heather and Jasmine with that phenomenal breakdown that Cheeky. I was hoping he was coming right back to that. Whose fault is it that a man, I'm just saying man in general, can't make an honest woman out of a woman, and if she's not afraid of losing them, whose fault
You
is that?
can't change her just so she can be with
No,
you.
I didn't ask you,
You are
ma'am.
you. You're
Tyranny,
an option.
Tyranny,
So
can you
if you
answer the
like her,
question?
Tyranny, you have to
Yeah,
engage with
that's
the
not what I asked.
conversation, Tyranny.
Can you just like
Tyranny,
Cheeky just
well,
asked?
actually, hey, Tyranny, can you repeat the question?
no, I'm just responding because he said
Oh.
you better change her.
Wee.
She came in hot.
Hey, Ali, you are
He's
going
right.
to learn today. You are going to
No,
learn today,
no,
Ali.
no, you're right. No,
What's up,
tyranny. I
ladies?
give you
What's
Answer,
that.
going
Whose
on? How
answer
you
whose
the
guys
question
doing?
again.
whose fault is it that she's not an honest woman and he can't make her a wife and she's not afraid to lose a man? Whose fault is that?
That's her fault. Like what's the like
It's the change, the control.
you and I think that's what
No,
we need to
no,
understand.
Jazz. Y'all saying it like that in the very beginning. It was already put on. Damien has said it was the man's fault for rewarding the women that were this way.
No,
And
I think what
let me finish. He said they were wrong for enabling her. They was wrong for still entertaining these women, and he put it on the man. That's how we got here. We would have never had that discussion.
no, okay, but Ali, what he said was this: if men are so upset with the behaviors of women, promiscuity, OnlyFans, prostitution, if men stop participating in these things
So
Mhm.
really,
and said, hey, we don't want to
Mm-mm.
deal with any. If men in mass said no
Quiet.
more, we don't want to deal with
See?
promiscuous women. We don't want to deal with women that are participating in these things.
Mhm.
We're not marrying y'all. We'll never take you seriously. What he's
Mhm.
saying is you might see a switch because women naturally want to be, you know what I'm saying? We want
It's a
y'all.
move.
We want you.
No,
But let
Jazz.
me finish. Let me finish.
Okay, go ahead.
So all I'm saying is if men decided to refrain from participating in the issues that they're complaining about, that can maybe see a switch. Just like if
right?
women decided, hey, all women are not going to give men sex unless men have degrees, unless men have careers, unless men are marrying us within a year, you will see a shift because it will be a cutoff. Men will start positioning themselves just so they can get access to women again, and
A
vice
year,
versa.
a
So
year.
I love how y'all did this again. Cheeky walked that all the way down and got y'all to commit all the way to the fact that the cheater controls whether the cheater changes or not.
But we're talking about two
Let me
different
no,
things.
no.
You're
Let me.
talking
It
about
don't matter,
cheating,
ma'am.
and we're talking
It's
about
the no. It's
Why
still
assault,
the.
is promiscuity
Can y'all? Hello,
equating with
please,
cheating? It's not the same
excuse
thing.
me. I was speaking. Right.
So,
So, hey, Tyranny,
Y'all cut us off.
you get shot right to the universe. I'm telling you straight up. You come in with that, you're gonna get shot straight to the universe. You ain't got to worry about
okay,
coming back.
let's go.
The main point of this is this: every time, if a man enables you to do something wrong, y'all want the man to take the accountability with it collectively. But if we do something wrong, which y'all usually conflate the cheater to men, you'll say he's a cheater and the responsibility is on the cheater, and the cheater changing is up to that person. It's not my responsibility to change the cheater, motivate the cheater,
Why?
influence
Why?
the cheater. Hey, Tyranny.
Why are you choosing a cheater
Hey,
though?
oh,
I'm trying to change.
hey, Tyranny, you
Yes,
have
I'm sorry.
like
All praise
you
Ali.
are being disrespectful on purpose.
All praise Ali.
He literally told you not to interrupt him, and you like let him
Oh, but
finish.
I am married. Okay,
No,
but
no, no protest. No, you have to accept it because
I
he
said
told you.
what? Ali is my master.
No, he's the host
I
of the
didn't tell
show.
you are your master.
Oh, I
He's the
didn't
host
know.
of
He
the
was
show.
the host of the
So
show.
no, hey, Tyranny, no discussion, no argument. Just please play nice. Let him finish. You can reply after he finish, please.
Well,
I'll
that's
go
an
now.
example too. While Cheeky was talking about the cheating, nobody interrupted y'all when y'all give your answers.
Oh my
When
God. Oh, okay.
you still doing, you can't control yourself, Tierney.
That's
It's
fair, fair,
okay.
fair.
It's
I
fine.
mean, y'all not,
You guys can get
but it
on mute
shows
until he finishes. It's fine.
y'all pick and choose. Just like a shout out to my brother Will. When you want to be honest, when you want to lie, when you want to be truthful, when you want to manipulate, whatever you want to do, y'all pick and choose. But he walked that down perfectly too, and he kept going. I don't even have to pay. Like, I'm too hot that when I get y'all to concede somewhere, he walked it down all the way in different angles. You said it's up to the cheater to change their behaviors. So if marriages are declining because a 304 still can't change her mentality, and she still hasn't chose to want to be a wife, and like the sister right here next to me, Love, said that sisters don't even want to get married. Y'all don't want to be men-centered,
Some
and y'all
majority want to. Majority want to. I
can't
don't want
control
to.
yourself. Can't see. uh, then it's y'all responsibility to want to be wives, because if 304s don't exist, we can't entertain them. If most of y'all are wives, then most men are going to get married. It's up to you to want to change the market, because you control the market on what a man is entertaining. Either he's entertaining a 304 who will always be a 304, or he's entertaining a wife who you can't even make into a 304, because if she can be a wife, that means you can't even change her into a 304, which means most of these women are 304s.
So let me say this, because
Now you
I'm
can
glad
go
that
and
you spoke
interrupt
on
it.
this. Can I?
Yes.
He's finished. Let me. Okay. So this is the question I have. Why are we equating a person that's promiscuous to a person that's a cheater?
I
It's
can
not the
answer that.
same
I'll
thing.
You
answer
doing
after the
that
fact.
again?
It's a different thing
Hey,
No,
that
no,
if
no,
you
no,
they
have.
did the same. She's doing the same thing Damien did to deflect.
no,
No,
no.
Let us
It's
because
it's. I
let
think
us
no. No, let her finish.
If we are going to jump, everybody can jump. Let her finish.
Thank you.
Thank
Go ahead.
you.
Fair. I like that. It's not the same thing. A person being promiscuous within themselves when they don't have any ties or any loyalty to another person is not the same as somebody breaking someone's trust and breaking a covenant. So let's compare a cheater to a cheater. Why do men value being promiscuous within themselves, within the male community? If a man gets a lot of women, he's that guy, he's that dude. But then
Because
when they see a woman with the same traits as them, it's disgusting.
there's a question,
It's
right, Love?
disgusting for us too to see a
Love,
She not
there's a
man
finished.
question, right?
She
that's
not
ran
finished.
through with
Love, there's a
saggy
question,
balls,
right?
that been
One
with a
second.
lot of
She not
women.
finished.
No, Love, there's a question, right? Or is a statement? Because
Well, I'm
it sounded
asking,
like
how is cheating and promiscuity the same thing? It's not.
no,
It's
they
not.
are
So
not the same. They are not
They're
the
not
same.
the
Right.
same. So
wait,
you
wait, wait,
can't
wait, wait.
judge them the same. Judge a cheater with a cheater, because that's equal. A promiscuous person isn't betraying anyone, but maybe
So
they're not
I
betraying anyone. A cheater is betraying someone that they're in a
I can
relationship with.
I'll explain it, right, because it's the analogy that I'll use. I'll use something different. I use cheating very specifically, right? Cheating tends to be women's deal breaker, right? For the most part. If a woman knows that a man is a cheater, it's a red flag, and they choose, if they know, not to accept that, correct? Do we agree on that?
You know, there's a saying, all men are liars. Women know the nature of men.
Okay, so
You've
here's
heard a man with a
so
wandering eye. You've
so
never heard a woman with a
again,
wandering eye, because men require loyalty, but they don't want to give that same loyalty
okay,
to a
so
woman. So they hold woman to a different
I'm
standard.
gonna
That's
ask the
Just
question
why
just
again.
answer
it
his
makes the
question,
I'm
please.
analogy
gonna
when you
ask
compare a
I'm gonna ask the
cheater
question.
who's
I'm gonna
violating
again.
somebody's
Yeah,
relationship
Stop.
Yeah,
to a
Cheeky,
person
let her
who's
finish.
promiscuous.
what's
When it's
going
the
on?
Cheeky, let her.
same thing.
I
You
got tired of
wanted
this.
to answer,
okay.
now you got
Stop.
it.
Stop. Stop.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Stop.
now that we got there, the answer
Just
is
answer
yes,
his
right?
question.
The answer is yes, right? I'm not going to use her answer because it's a diatribe, but the long answer
It's
to or
not.
the
It's the
short
truth.
answer, the short answer to that question is yes. If women know a man is a cheater, she's bound to push him to the side. If a man societally and traditionally known that a woman is promiscuous, he is bound to push her to the side. I'm using one-to-one equivalence when it comes to sexual history and sexual
But okay.
proclivities. If a
So if a
woman
man
is,
is a
if a
cheater,
man know, let
Not
me.
true.
I'm sorry.
You
Go
asked for
ahead.
the explanation. That is the reason why I think they're comparable, because cheating to a woman is women don't care about men's promiscuity. That
Yes, they
it's already
do.
been. It's
Yes,
already
they
been.
do.
It's
No
already been.
woman wants a man with a high body count that been with a lot of bitches,
That,
because that
that,
Okay,
lets
wait, wait,
me
wait, wait, wait,
know
wait, wait,
that
wait,
you
wait.
don't
Now that
take
we're here,
bitches
okay.
serious,
Now
that
that we're
you're
here,
not
okay,
chill.
great. Okay,
Mm-mm.
I don't
great.
want no
Now that we're here,
promiscuous
wait.
man.
Now that we're here, now that we're here, you just sold the whole thing. Now that we're here,
Right,
if
but it's
women,
the
if
same
wait,
way.
no, no,
The
no,
same
stop,
thing
stop,
that
stop, stop,
y'all
stop,
want
stop,
from
stop,
us,
stop,
we
love,
stop,
want
stop.
from
No, no,
you.
no, 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 no.
love, you have to breathe.
Now that we're here, now that you just said that women actually don't care or do care about men's
Of course.
promiscuity, if women keep accepting it, that means it's your fault. So now we're back at the game of
It's
whose
our
fault
fault.
is it? If women really care about men's promiscuity, why do you always get dicked by the men that get the most pussy? See,
Because they
If men really care about women being
let me make
hoes, then why do they keep
here
getting
here
slayed by hoes?
here's
You
the
can answer the
here's
same question in
and
reverse.
Damien, this goes back to
Why do
why
you
I
keep getting
couldn't wait. Let me
tricked by
finish.
these
Hey,
women?
we was
Love,
gonna we
love,
was gonna let
love.
each other finish, love.
I want to ask
This
you.
goes now it's all full circle. This goes back to why I can't agree with men taking the lead, because a woman just explained how they accept promiscuity for men and they don't want it. Now, if we want to blame that on women, we can, but it cancels each other out, which means that there is no blame for anybody. That means everybody is at fault for their own things. It is not a man.
Ooh, he got
That
it.
it
He
is
got
not a
it.
man. It is not
He
a
got it.
man.
It's everybody's fault.
It is not a lead. It men do not lead in changing women, and women do not lead in changing men. It's an
You got to change
individual
yourself.
effort, and it's based on your character. So
Ooh.
this means that you and Fatty, if y'all hold the same premise, you have somebody who is a woman just said we don't want men who are promiscuous. All of these things are based on the individual level. It is no longer, we're not in this time frame of
Okay.
patriarchy where it's up to a man to change and
But
it's
the
up to a woman to
consensus is
change
women
men.
don't care. You
Y'all
That's
better
the
y'all
one
need to
off.
y'all need to figure it out.
hold on real
Y'all
quick.
better figure it
Hey,
out.
hold on real quick. Eight sisters. I'm gonna ask you this: if we went to that world, this is what happens because y'all try to weaponize it when you commit to that. If we believe in a consensual intercourse world where we do believe in sexual liberation and we're having an equal exchange, who's gonna be the first person to break and say, "I'm tired of that. I want something else for this."
Who knows?
Uh,
But like, why is that?
no,
Is that like?
it, it,
I
hey, Jazz,
guess for me,
It's
Jazz.
not an
what I'm
equal
hearing is
exchange.
like
Sex is not
it's a
equal.
competition.
See,
I guess for me,
hold on.
I
She
guess
said
for
it's not an
me,
equal exchange. She said
It's not an
it's
equal exchange because the
why
woman
not?
assumes more risk. The woman can get pregnant. The woman is the one who carries the life if she does get pregnant. Most of the time, the women don't even orgasm. That's a huge thing that women say. Men don't know how to fuck. So it's like if I have sex and lay down with a man, I might not even come. I could get pregnant or
Unless
worse.
you picking the
So
wrong
it's
dick.
not
So
equal for women and for
So it's on
men.
you then. So now you're accepting the fact that women hold more of the responsibility because they hold more risk. You
No,
still
it
choose
takes two
poorly
to
and you still
tango.
make
It's
bad
not.
decisions.
hold
No,
on
no,
real quick.
no,
Hold
no.
on real quick.
It's not
Hey,
though.
hey, look,
Because
Yes,
it
it
takes
is.
two
hold on,
people to have
look,
a
look. You
relationship,
gotta
not
let.
a
Hold
why
on.
Who
relationship.
not?
You
controls it?
interject. Hold on. You interjected. Let
Why
the
is there
person
such a
land.
competition
Yeah,
on
you.
who's
No, it's
to
not a
blame for
competition. First of
something?
all, we
Well,
already
it's
moved
not
the
a.
goalposts. Hold on, real quick, Mister
Yeah,
Fantastic.
my bad, my
Y'all,
bad, my bad.
Jazz, you the only person. I just want a quick answer, and I want to hear the brothers' answer because a lot of times when sisters agreeing with each other, we already know what's going on. Okay, I'm gonna ask again, and real
That's
quick
how we feel
answer.
about y'all.
I know that's fine. You got to keep doing that, right? Jazz, I'm gonna ask you again. If two people are having consensual sex, who's the first person that's gonna go? I don't want to do this anymore. I want something for this.
I want something what?
Women.
Oh, okay.
Something. Thank you.
Hold on, Jazz. Jazz,
Tia.
no, no, no,
Why
no.
are you?
Quick answer, please. I know I'm trying to get a
I didn't
consensus.
answer. Everybody else
Listen,
start
quick answer,
talking.
please. I know Melon gave her answer. Jazz,
God
who would
damn.
shut that down? Who would be the first person to say, you know what? I want something for this now. We can't keep doing this.
Okay, I didn't understand it. If are you saying if
Mhm.
two people are having casual sex, who will be the
Yes,
first to ask for the like what are we question?
yes,
For
yes.
sure, woman, for
How
sure.
about you, Love? Who would be the first person to say, "What are we? We can't keep doing this."
You don't know your name
Who
now?
It is what it is.
so is what? Who's the person you just called?
You.
Oh,
Love.
I
You the
can't
only.
Are you
hear.
talking
My
about
my camera
listening?
went
Who
out.
would
My
be the
my internet
first
went out.
person to say, "We can't keep doing this anymore. I need something for this"?
Whoever is the person
No,
that values the
which
relationship
gender,
more,
please?
whoever
What
is the
gender?
person who
Which
Man
gender,
values the
please?
or
other
woman?
person more is
Which
going to be the one
gender?
to lock it
Which
down.
gender,
And
please? Which
sometimes it's the
gender,
man,
ma'am?
and sometimes it's the
Love, love,
woman.
love, 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 love. You got to stop that.
There
Please
is
stop
no
doing that.
universal answer.
Yes, there
It
is.
really is.
Hold
It
There's
really
not.
is. Even women are telling you. Even the
Hey,
women
Terry,
not agreeing with you.
Terry,
Because men
Terry.
act like women. Y'all
Move on.
got
Move on to the
feelings
next.
too, right?
That
I'm
Can
wasn't
not
the
we
gonna
just
answer.
question.
can we
Right?
just answer
If you got
Terry?
feelings too, then it's
Just
equal.
answer his
We're human.
question. We
It's
don't
not
care
man or
about
Just
woman.
answer
feelings.
the
Okay,
So
question.
it's
hold
not
on real
black
quick.
or
Hold on,
white.
hold on. I'm gonna tell you this.
Just
People
to be
gonna
clear
start
though,
getting
I've never
dropped.
had
Yes,
that
it is.
experience. Anytime that
Jazz,
I've
hold on, Jazz. It's
oh,
not your turn.
oh my
It's,
bad.
it's a
They
turn.
be
Tyranny,
asking
can you
me.
just answer the
Okay, girl.
question? Who would be the first person to say,
I
I
don't be
need
asking.
something
They
for
be
I
asking
can't
me.
keep doing this. I need something for this.
Whoever
No.
has more
I
value
didn't
in
ask you,
having
love,
the
love,
It's
love,
relationship,
man
love,
or
love, love,
woman. You
my
love,
can't go
love,
on
answer.
a monologue.
love. It's not your turn.
But a
Don't
man
be a
or
hater,
woman
girl.
is a monologue.
I'm not
It's
hating. Just
yes
answer
or
the question
no.
so we can move past it.
But man or woman is a monologue,
Whoever
A
right?
lot of
has
times you're
more
Okay.
actually right.
value in having the relationship.
Hey y'all, I'm
You
about to
said
drop
men
both
and
of
women
y'all.
are
If y'all continue to
monologues.
do it, two of y'all about to get dropped. You continue to do this, and we just bring
What
somebody
you
else
gonna
up.
do?
What
Okay.
happened?
Okay. Nothing
They're
ain't
not
nothing happen.
answering the question.
No, ain't nothing happen. And drop that. And then
Ugh.
I'm telling you, we ain't about to do it. Have that type of show. We're having trying to have a civil discourse where people not constantly interrupting each other and being respectful. I done asked her 50 times to stop. And love, you on a chopping board. If you
Oh no,
continue
I'm
to do it,
scared.
if
My
you
shivers
continue
are
to do it,
timbered.
if we can't run the show rightfully so to let everybody land their plane and have respectful discourse, then there's no point to being here. We're
I
trying to have a
agree.
conversation. So
I agree with that.
can you please stop
I've got it.
interrupting
My
every
lips
single
are zipped.
you
My
interrupted me
lips are
right now.
licked.
You're interrupting me right now while I'm talking. Hold on.
I'm back. So,
Hey.
friends, this is what's going to happen, right? Let's talk with each other in good faith. And this is kind of fucked up what y'all doing to Ali. I've been pointing this out for months. As soon as Ali engages in questions, y'all tune out completely. Like you don't listen, you don't want to engage. I will give you a fair exchange. Every time you ask us a question, we are going to stop the show to make sure everybody answers the question straight up and nobody runs away. And when we ask a question, instead of y'all saying what you want to say, y'all will answer the question straight too. We have a deal? We had a fair deal? Okay. So I'm going to bring Ali back up. If you don't answer the question straight, we are going to move to the next person. Okay, we are going to answer your question straight too. Let's have a conversation in good faith. I'll be in the chat again. And Tyranny, you are on the naughty corner with me for 5 minutes. Okay, I'll bring you right back.
And that's why even the delivery conversation is out the window as well too. Y'all don't care about no delivery. It's if it's bothering your conscience or if something's logical, it don't matter how the person says it. So I'm gonna ask again. Let's start from the beginning. Melanin, who would be the
Yes,
first person to shut it down and go, hey, is this all we doing?
women.
Jazz, who would be the first person to shut that down?
It's usually a woman.
How about you, Love?
A woman has more to lose, so of course she's going to want to legitimize
Thank
the
you. Okay, right there,
relationship.
right there. That's all you're supposed to do. Heather, who would do that? Heather, who would shut it down?
Women.
How about you, Jasmine?
Woman.
Okay. My brother, fantastic. Who would shut that down first?
Women, man.
Little Black Book. Who would shut it down first?
I have to agree, it's a woman.
And my brother Damien. Who would shut it down first?
The woman.
So what it proves is you want something for your sex. You want to be respected for your sex. You want somebody to protect you for your sex. You want something for it, but you don't want to do the things required to get it. That's the problem. So the man is willing to do those things, but a lot of sisters are not willing to do what it takes for a man to give you that support, give you the protection, give you the provisions, and give you the love that you're asking for because you're not willing to do what it takes to get that.
What are the
That's
things that what are the things that we need to do to get that?
Staying a virgin until marriage.
a good one.
Girl, get the
Ali,
hell
That's
out of here with that shit.
Ali, and Miss
Your
Legacy,
ass
thank
ain't
you
no
for that.
virgin. That's for damn
Miss
sure.
Legacy, thank you for that. But
I
I
was
wanted to
answering
hear.
the question.
Okay,
Hold
thank
on.
you. But I was asking Ali. I wanted to hear from a man's perspective.
You
Well,
should have
that's
stated that.
Okay, well I am now. Thank you,
Okay.
Well, that's so that
Ali.
I like that you're saying.
Damn.
Let's do that, right? Let's do what she. You know what would make a great show is to walk down everything and see if women would adhere to it or not. First one is that one. Are most women willing to be a virgin until they're married?
No.
Okay, so Ali, so let's take the virgin stuff out
No,
because
we
we're
can't. No,
all
no, no, no,
Why?
no, no,
no,
no,
no, no, no.
Jazz.
Well, no, let's just hear
No,
me
no,
out,
no,
Ali. We have to be
no, Jazz.
realistic
I
about
said
what we're
no. Jazz.
saying.
I said no. That is realistic.
It is
Jazz. If
realistic.
hold on real quick, Melanin. Are you saying
Ali,
that hold on? You know what's funny about this? Y'all
I'm
pick
fine.
and choose again, shout out to Will, when you want to be celibate, when you want to be abstinent, when you close your legs to find the right guy because you know that guys are valuing the fact that you're inaccessible. So if you can be a virgin later on in life, why can't you be a virgin before you get married?
Okay, listen, I'm not saying that's impossible, but what I'm saying is that we're all
Who the
on
fuck
this
want to do that?
panel. We're all on this panel, 30 plus people, and we've all been deflowered, right? None of us is sitting up here as virgins. So I'm asking, I'm asking like currently, okay, we're past that. None of us are virgins. So if a woman is asking, what does a woman need to do to
Mhm.
receive the provisions and the
Okay.
protections that you're
So
saying, a non-virginal woman,
okay.
what can she do?
So
Ali,
so you want to get rid
what
of
can she
virginity,
do
right?
to get?
So you want to listen to virgin. We got that out the table. You want to get rid of that, right? But we saw women
Well,
don't
we're
want to be
past that
virgins.
because we're not virgins. So
But you
let's
know,
talk
women don't
about.
want to be virgins, right? So
I
cooperation.
can't anymore.
So okay, right. So let's go to cooperate. A woman cooperates with the man she's letting inside of her. Are most women willing to cooperate with the man who's inside? Melon, don't answer yet. Are most women willing to cooperate with the man they let inside of them?
Well, if you're letting a man
I-
inside of you, that means that you're cooperating with him.
In the
Otherwise,
bedroom, that's one of our talking points. Y'all will submit in the bedroom, which is a form of cooperation, but you won't cooperate anywhere else. So are most women willing to cooperate with men outside the bedroom?
if she trusts him,
Yes.
No, I didn't ask you about trust. I are most
but
women
that's where
women.
cooperation comes
See,
from.
No, Ali, no, no, I can't. I know you want me to be quiet, but I can't deal with the runarounds. No,
okay, so Jazz, if a
You can
woman
move
is
on.
so,
I'm
I
done. You
don't
can
have to
move
go
on.
anywhere.
She
Not your
ready.
panel. Not your panel.
okay,
Go ahead, baby. You got
so
it.
Heather,
Go ahead.
Heather, if a woman
Jazz.
if most women are only willing to cooperate in the bedroom, but won't cooperate out the bedroom, why would a man want willingly just want to get married to most women?
Well, he's not, because a man's gonna want someone that's submissive and that's gonna like cooperate or work with him. And if we're not doing that, then they're not gonna want to pick us. So
So who's and then so we get back to the beginning of the conversation. Whose fault is that? Is that a man's fault that women don't want to cooperate and submit, or is that a woman's fault that women don't want to cooperate and submit?
it's the individual's fault. So
No,
in
no.
this case, it would be women.
Okay, okay, thank you. Does anybody disagree with that?
I
Yeah, me
think a
and
little
Cheeky
bit.
do.
I think a
You
little
Me
know,
bit. I
and
think I
Cheeky
do.
All
do.
right, go ahead, Cheeky. Go
Cheeky,
ahead.
I do
Look,
too.
hey, Damien, go ahead, because I know Cheeky was cooking for a little bit. Go ahead, Damien. Why do you disagree with that?
I don't agree. Most women don't want to submit to that part. I think that part is not a real statement. Most women are willing to submit if they feel secure enough to submit, and that's the way it is. It's like if a man is providing security,
That's
whether it
exactly
be
what I said.
whatever she deems security, what have you, then she'll submit. That has not been my experience. That women be like, "Oh, I don't care what you're providing me. I just want to be a hoe."
You personalizing though.
What's called it? I'm saying it. First, I said the general. Then I said me specifically. I said
Well, even
most men don't want
Hold
it. Most men
on,
don't.
let him
What's called?
land.
Let me get the
Let him land.
answer out, Mr. Fantastic.
And you rebuttal it, Mr. Fantastic. Let him
Yeah, I
finish.
was like, most women are want to submit to a man that is providing whatever level of security. Some women are having it skewed about the level of security that they can realistically have access to, but most women want some degree of security in order to feel comfortable submitting to a man, and most women are willing to do that if you, for the most part, give them that level of security. Like the
Go ahead, my
problem
brother.
is, women want security without submission, and men want submission without leadership. That's the way it is.
Or men want submission
Yeah,
without the security.
Hold on, Fantastic
yeah,
was
no,
next, y'all.
I got you. I got you. It's cool. So the problem that destroys that argument is the number of women that have children with men, but they don't stay with those men.
That's
And
your
whenever
fault.
they hold on,
Hey,
well, don't stop
Tyranny,
cutting me off.
he's gonna do that.
I just
What?
started talking.
I can't say nothing. I'm just over
Well,
here.
No,
I
Tyranny,
ain't even
just
got
let
my
him
point
get
So
it
out.
you can
out, babe.
rebuttal.
Let him
Like
get
you
a
can
I ain't even
message
rebuttal
got my
out.
him.
point out.
Just let him
Because he
finish,
about to
Tyranny.
say something smart. But go ahead.
Just
I'm about to say
still
something
mute.
accurate. Yeah, it's smart because it's accurate. Thank you. I know I'm intelligent. You know it too. Thank you for acknowledging that. Anyway,
Frederick
like
Douglass.
I said,
Just let him get
the
it out.
fact of the matter, okay, that these women are willing to give the ultimate submission in creating a child with and continuing a man's bloodline That's the ultimate form of submission, is it not?
No.
She's not requiring anything for that. Hold on. So is there something? There's a higher form of submission than having a man's child?
Yes,
Yep.
Well, what
loyalty.
about the women who don't have
Wow.
kids?
Hold on,
Wow.
hold on, Jasmine. Hold on. This is the thing. If you say something, I'm gonna make sure the men respond to you and the women respond to what you said. Can
Oh
y'all
my.
respond to what he's saying? What is
Yeah,
a
is
higher
there higher?
formation than
Can he
having and let
bring in a quick answer versus 2 minutes?
I just asked the question. I shut the fuck up. Y'all not answering.
hey, Tyranny?
This is Sparta!
I get Tyranny spot more 5 minutes in the hole. This is ladies' first show, Tyranny. We try to be the nicest we can.
Great.
But even the ladies here, like as soon as we bring you up, can't doing that, Tyranny. So 5 minutes in the naughty corner. Okay. I'll bring in 5 minutes and love too. Go ahead, ladies. What is
Well, so
bigger? Like what is like when it comes to submission? And thank you, Rich, for the cash app. What is bigger when in terms of submission than having a kid by somebody? Like, can you guys
Nothing.
explain to us?
Nothing.
Go ahead, Jet.
Okay.
So wait, so are you
Whoever
saying
disagrees.
the only way a woman submits is if she has your baby?
No.
No.
That's not what
So
I
no,
said,
no.
man.
What he's
Let
saying
me I
is
got it.
he
Let me
disagrees,
reiterate.
right?
I'm gonna say it again. I'm
Go
gonna say
ahead.
it again, love. Well, not love, Jazz. Ma'am, this is what I said. I said specifically, I asked the question: is there anything greater than having a child by a man? Is there any form of submission greater than that?
Yeah,
Not,
Yes.
I think once we
huh?
submit to God, we both take that oath under God and submit to God within our marriage. That's the biggest, that's the biggest form of submission because
No, no,
I'm
no.
literally, I'm literally trusting you with my life. I'm giving
Okay,
you everything, right? Like you're
okay,
now my husband. We become one. I have to
okay,
trust him. And the thing is that I don't know. Every woman in relationships are not having kids. So I
okay.
don't
I got you.
understand
You're
why.
right.
Wait, can I, Mr. Fantastic, may I finish my thought, please?
Yeah,
Well,
let her finish.
I'm just agreeing. I'm not. What's the name?
Let her finish. Fantastic.
Go
Let her
ahead. Go
land.
ahead.
Sorry, I just keep hearing you and it's throwing me off. So if I could just get it out. So what I was saying was that um not every woman has children, but yet they still submit. And I think the what's greater than just giving a man a baby is giving my hand in marriage and trusting him with my life.
Oh,
I think that's a greater thing that I can do with myself than just give him a baby.
you're repeating yourself. Okay, were you done?
I think I should because it looked like you was ready for me to be done. So
Yeah, because you when you start
I'm
repeating
done.
yourself, you're not saying anything
I'm
new.
done.
That's kind of
okay.
redundant. Okay, so let me help you out. Right.
That
So
was rude.
again, do most marriages last?
Do most marriages
Yes.
last?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, they don't. You're wrong.
Yes.
They don't.
Yes,
Most
they
marriages don't
do.
last. Most
So you
marriages
said
do not
51%
last.
or greater of marriages end in divorce.
Yeah, thank you. They do. They actually do. The current
Oh,
marriage
are you
rate right
full
now
of
is
shit?
50%, and the
No,
divorce rate
man.
is higher than the divorce rate is higher than the marriage rate. Marriage
No.
has historically gone down from the annals of time. So again, if we're gonna have
We're
this
not talking about
conversation, it's time
new
for it to
people
happen.
getting married. We're talking about people who are in
Okay.
marriage. You're
Yeah,
saying
that's
that
what I was talking
of
about.
all the people who are married, 50 or 1% or greater are going to end that marriage. That's what you're
From this
saying.
point on, that's what it says. It's actually the projection is less than half of the population is going to be married by 2030.
I'm not
And
talking about
marriage
who's getting married.
Oh
You
God.
said marriages are going to 50
well,
more
again,
than
how do you
most
get
marriages for
what
men.
is it a divorce? What is it a divorce? So 50% of divorces is that means people are married and they're ending the marriage, right?
You said most men are.
Yeah,
I'm just want to
most. I'm
reiterate.
saying that's like
So
now, right now.
51% or greater.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, great. So let's move on. All right. So
That
beyond that, like
number's
I said, even
Why is
that,
everybody so
a
like
marriage, right? What was that? What was the question? No, I'm just asking what the question was. I don't have an issue.
it's
I'll
it,
respond if you.
it's not it was just it's not a real
The
question. You good?
interjection.
Okay,
It
cool.
wasn't
It's
a
great. It's great.
question.
So this is the point, right? So a marriage
I
can
don't
be
know. Jazz.
temporary, right? A marriage can end at any point in time. You can never stop being a parent. Your blood can never stop being your blood. Your child can never stop being your child. Okay. So therefore, that's the highest level of submission that a woman can give a man. Now, Jazz just keeps laying on the point of, well, oh, every woman doesn't have kids. Of course, every woman doesn't have kids, but a lot of married women do. I don't want to say the majority. If I was to put money on it, I would say the majority of married women have kids, but let's say a substantial portion of them do, right? So if that woman, and even throughout the history of time, if a woman was not able to have a child, she was talked bad about because she was unable to continue that man's bloodline, especially if she wasn't even able to give him a son. So
That
again, the
wasn't
ultimate
right.
form of
That should have never been normalized. But continue.
okay, great. Hey, to each their own, right? But what I'm saying though is
That
there's
was right
nothing.
to do, was to shame a woman if she wasn't able to
Can he
conceive.
finish his
Well,
thought?
I said to each
No,
their
hey,
own. I
whoa,
said
hey, whoa,
I'm
whoa,
not.
whoa, 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 whoa. No need for extra moderation. Okay, I'm here. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. Well, no, so that's what I'm saying. The continuing a man's lineage is permanent. Marriage may not be. Okay, marriage is not guaranteed to end, and especially in this time that we're looking now, when at any point in time a woman can pull the cord, 70% of the time and file for divorce. That a marriage is over with. But once you have that child is forever, and it never changes. So
Who are single
I don't
women?
think that marriage,
Who are single moms
especially
submitting
Wait,
to?
wait,
Who
wait,
are
wait,
single
wait. Hold on,
moms
hold on,
submitting
hold on.
to?
Wait, wait.
Using
yeah,
your premise.
There's more than there's
to prove
more
my
than
point.
one disagreement here, right? I have my own disagreements apart from Dame and them, and I disagree that child reign having a child is the ultimate form of submission.
I
To me,
disagree.
it's not. I think that submission in and of itself is submission, right? The
Exactly.
byproducts of submission may be children, it may be obedience, it may be those other things, but I don't think there should not be any degree of submission. Either it's there or it's not. That's
Hey,
why I have an issue.
oh,
Which is why I have an issue using this level of degreeing, right? Because there are plenty of women that have children with men that they don't submit to, and they use the court system to prove their rebellion against that man, right? That unfortunately, Mr. Fantastic has told me the story and is a perfect example as to why I can't say women submit when is the most submissive just because they have your kid. Fantastic. Y'all may not like him. I don't care. I think he's a good dude. He's a stand-up guy. He's got a son, raised him, got him to college, served in the military. He could be a great dude. That woman is not submissive to him because she don't have to be. And it
Yeah.
has nothing to do with his character. It has nothing to do with him at all. So I don't know. I don't know if having a child is the ultimate form of submission, but just a byproduct of a submissive woman.
Yes. So this is the problem with this conversation,
I
right?
like that, Tiki.
All of this is an illusion. A woman will submit to you
Okay.
when it's beneficial to her. She will submit
Sure.
on her back because it's beneficial to her. She likes to have sex. She will submit to you and have your kid because she wants a kid too. But like as soon like this conversation about submission on the West is dead because
Okay.
a woman will like they will say I will submit to a man if he deserves it or if he's leading me in the way. No, you she's the one dictating the terms. Well, like when I choose from going in and out of submission, if I'm a player, right, and I have a coach, I don't have that choice. That's not. I have to submit to my coach. If
Mhm.
I am on the military and I have a general, like submission shouldn't be like femininity. You know when they say I'll be feminine to the right
Right.
man, and then
We're on the
right.
same page. We agree.
conditional.
Sure.
So it's performative. Is if it benefits
Conditional.
me, I will submit. If it doesn't benefit me, now I'm it's like like what is the meme? When he comes around, I shut the fuck up. But when he leaves, I keep talking. Right?
Debo,
Right. Right.
Debo,
It's yeah,
Friday.
Debo. It's the same thing. So it's not real submission because it's going to be conditional and depending on the person that they have in front of them if it's beneficial or not. So this
Okay.
conversation
So
about submission, in my
that was
Real
opinion,
quick,
well.
just real
That's
quick.
that's one.
Hold on,
Was
T, before
one
you
of
go,
the
just real quick. So
disagreements. There was a.
just
Oh,
real
go
quick,
ahead.
but T, this is what I'm saying. The only thing out of all those things is permanent is that
hmm?
divorce and your relationship ending. That's
Right.
it. It's over with.
Yes.
That child
Well, the divorce
permanent.
part we can argue,
Can,
but the
can,
child for sure is
hey,
Well, no,
permanent.
Chief,
well, no.
But
can
it's
I be
still
Divorce.
your
controversial?
child.
Can I be controversial real quick?
Okay.
Her
Yeah. Yeah. Go
having
ahead.
and a little back book. I wanted to jump in because we need to rotate the people that came in late a little bit. Okay.
Is this still the icebreaker, Patty?
Yes, but
Oh,
we're going to go to the main event. Like the conversation just went left when
right. Okay.
I'm just going to say these and I'm going to drop for tyranny once again. I'm going to give it another chance. Jik, you are in control. Submission, having a kid, is you submitting to her because now she has control over you. When you have a kid by a woman and you think that's the ultimate form of submission, according to the laws of the land in the West, you are the one that got in her motherfucking head, and you are the one that now have to be submissive because she doesn't have to do nothing. She doesn't have to
Can I?
call 911. She doesn't have to call. She now she has a queen in the right?
Fatty,
So
can I add
yeah,
something to
yeah,
this?
yeah, absolutely. I just want little black book to go first because he's been quiet, and then y'all can have it. Cheeky, please don't let them fuck him up.
What?
No,
I wasn't expecting that perspective, Fatty. That was a little tea.
So shout out to the panel as well. For me personally, I definitely hear what you were saying. It's fantastic. I disagreed though. Um,
Oh my
you
gosh.
know, when someone lays down with somebody and has a child of them, it can be an act of submission. It's not submission. It's like when I have sex, it's not love. Sex isn't an equation to love. It can be an act of love, but it's not love. You know what I'm saying to you? So, like when someone has a child with somebody, it doesn't actually equate to submission. What would equate to somebody's submission is that when they hear your voice, they're led by your voice. Their heart is also led by you. They're able to submit themselves to your leadership. That would be submittance. You know what I'm saying to you? So for me personally, the child aspect, people have kids with people, and I don't want to say I don't even like saying mistakes because anybody else here don't trigger anybody, but sometimes you can stay with somebody and you really weren't trying to have a kid. Now you got a kid. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and that can be quote unquote, if you want to use your analogy, it could be an act of submission in that moment. But we just said that earlier on. The man just said that earlier on. We said that women that can be submissive in the bedroom. That doesn't mean submission. They can submit in the bedroom. You can submit to different areas of your life, but you're not actually submitting your whole heart to that person. Do you get what I'm saying to you? So I think there has to be a differentiation between the two things here in that particular aspect as well. So yeah, and I think in terms of just last points, I'll pass it on. I think in terms of submission between men and women, there are always two sides to things. There are women who are bad followers, and there are men who are bad leaders. You know what I'm saying to you, and so you have to be aware of which one people fall into. You know what I'm saying to you. Sometimes it's a bad leader, and sometimes it's just a bad follower. You know what I mean? And I think you have to look at case by case in each example. I think we always do this every time I come on the panel, and it makes for great YouTube stuff. Whenever we start going into a diatribe about men do this, women do this, while I do believe there are some aspects of behaviors that men and women do actually do separately, a lot of times when we're discussing relationships, we fall into a trap because if we start doing that, those stereotypes actually lock people in. Like we could just say, "Hey, well, Mr. Fantastic, did you want to actually see your kids? You're a man, after all. The stereotype is that men don't look after their kids. And if I throw you underneath that bus, do I lock you into that place? No, because if I start to get to Mr. Fantastic, I know he's a great guy. I know he wants to look after his kid. He's done everything he needs to do. So I think we always fall into a trap when we start doing that. When we have these conversations, that there are certain points where we're like, we wanna nail the opposite sex into the wall, and it's like I don't think that's healthy. And every time we do that, I ask myself the question: who has healthy relationships doing that? Have you seen a byproduct of that? The byproduct doesn't ever end in a healthy relationship because people who are healthy are balanced. They understand that there are nuances to things. Not everything's black and white. If you're always a black and white person, I can guarantee you when you get into a relationship, you will be out of it by the end of it because no one does black and white. No one does black and white. It's grays at certain points too. So just a little something to add.
I actually don't agree with that shit. The best teams run on black and white. The gray is an exception. We need somebody that has a clear direction so we can know it's black, 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 black. And then when something out of the norm comes by, now I can sit with my girl, now I can sit with my team and say, hey, fellas, something happened on this gray area. We need to set the precedent so this doesn't happen again. For the most part, the Black Book, I like the gray is where woman hide to get away with shit.
Yep.
I don't know if you notice when you talk with women, and like we're talking about hoes, we're talking about body count, we're talking about leadership, we're talking about submissiveness. If you talk with most women, the gray is exactly where they want to hide. Because
Yes.
when you are on the gray, you have plausible deniability. You can just flip and change your mind and nothing happened to you. Like gray is an area free of consequences. So I will get what like on a perfect world when people were empathetic and people weren't selfish and people didn't want to get their way regardless. I would agree with you on this type of environment. You being on the gray area is the best opportunity you'll get for getting lambasted by both sides. Your dad's going to call you out, your friend going to call you out, your woman going to call you out. For one, you're too hot. For the other one, you're too like just pick a lane and move from there and let the woman follow you on that direction if she wants to. Go ahead. You can
Can I
reply.
respond to that? Can I respond to that real
Yes,
quickly?
yes,
Okay,
yes.
so I don't disagree with things being black and white. I'm not saying things shouldn't be black and white, right? What I'm saying to you is the law is also black and white until the lawyer gets involved and starts to interpret it.
Hmm?
Because there are scenarios where if you go and do something, if you unalive somebody, we can say the law is very clear. You unalive somebody, your ass going to jail. But then when the lawyer gets involved, he says, "Hold on a minute. There are certain circumstances that led up to this particular situation and behavior as to where we are." I'm not saying everything has to be grey. Neither am I saying everything has to be black and white. A person who's balanced knows that there is a time and a season for everything underneath the sun. Meaning, there are some times where I look at it and I go, "No, this is black and white," and there are other times where I go, "No, this is potentially a little bit more grey. I need to ask more questions
Hmm?
to understand where you're coming from." Because we're about to have a conversation again, like last time, about bloody body count. And I'm like, we about to go back there all over again. And Cheeky's body count for someone else, for what girl he likes, maybe one. But Mr. Fantastic, maybe 10. Man, it might be 5. And it's all over the place. So it is grey. Because your number is not my number. So it's grey. And so whenever we do this, where we like try to put the other thing on another person, like, oh, we're very black and white, we're very logical. Most of your decisions in life, Fally, myself, Mr. Fantastic, are not logical. We make decisions based on emotions. Actually, when you buy emotionally. I'm so
Men
sorry to tell
do.
you. I know we want to like make it like this thing, but we're
Men,
human beings who have emotions. So
Okay.
men.
even getting on this panel, it's about how you feel about Paddy and the way he does his work. That you
Hmm?
actually want to join it. That's an emotion. You
Okay.
feel proud of Paddy. That's why you want to get onto there. So
So can
let's not pretend as if things are logical and everything's always black and white.
can I ask
There
you a
are black
question
and
real
white
quick?
moments.
Hey, Chicken and Fantastic. Do you know me good enough
Oh
to
my.
know my reaction when
You
I like 1 second tyranny? You get next.
If the woman say anything, you guys
Violence.
jump and you get mad and you get hurt. Why women can't say anything? That's what you guys don't
Because
want us
men
to
are
say
talking right
anything.
now.
More 5 minutes on the box. Uh, hey, you keep. I'm trying to just be nice. I'm really trying to be nice, and you know what's funny? She knew I was going to do that little black book, and she did it anyway. There's no gray about it. You know why is there no gray about it? Because I guarantee you, little black book, when you get in the relationship, we put all the motherfucking blacks and whites on the. I don't care how I'm different from you. As soon as I get to the relationship, say this is what you can do. This is what you can do. It is what it is. This is our plan. It's not going to be about we are going to wait and see. I'm going to tell you my boundaries. I'm going to tell you where the red line is, and if you step on that shit, we're going to have problems. That's not gray. Gray is something that makes women feel good is black or white. You go to school, they give you the whites and they give you the blacks. If you go up, you get on the black. If you go down, you get on the white. If you get this mark, you get this promotion. If you don't get it, you are expelled. This is what life is. Rules and regulations coming from work, from friendship, from everything. We know the boundaries. We know where the black and white are. We just like to hide on grace because once again, when I hide on grace, I can make the rules as I go. I can say there's no definite standard, there's no definite boundary. So now I can take advantage of I feel bad today, I kick everybody out. I feel good today, everybody can do whatever they want. Boundaries, blacks and whites are the root and are the thing that makes society together. When we
Society,
start falling
exactly.
to gray, when we start falling into grace, everything is fucked because good people now are bad people are now good people, and it's always it depends. It depends. It depends.
No one knows
Subjective.
what the definition of a woman is. People can be cats and dogs and trees, and that's what happens in the grays.
There's a gray area. Go ahead, love.
If you
Go
ever
ahead,
got an
love.
A
The
minus, you living
problem
in the gray.
Go
is
ahead,
that
love. And anyone can talk uninterrupted. Go ahead.
the problem is that men are viewing women through the lens of being objects. You guys prove it when you say things like pregnancy is the most ultimate form of submission. Who's not to say that a woman doesn't have a child to continue her own lineage and her own bloodline? And guess what? If that woman has a child with a man, it's that woman that's going to raise that child up. She could raise that child up to hate the father. And you guys judge yourselves to a different standard than what you judge women. And I think that's the problem. It's okay in your eyes for a man to be promiscuous, but when a woman does it, it's a character flaw. But when you do it, it's just, oh, that's just how I am. You're looking for a subordinate. You're not looking
Men
for
and
a
women are not
partner.
equal. Men and women are not equal.
Women
So
are
this
better than men.
ideology is
They're not.
ridiculous.
When
Okay, so we are not held to the
if
same
all the women
standard.
died today, there would be no more life on earth. If all the men died, there's sperm in a sperm bank somewhere. We already went through this. Men and
And
women
you
are
can
not
store your
equal.
eggs. They
Women
can
are
store your eggs
superior.
somewhere.
Women are the
That's
carriers of
ridiculous.
life.
Your
Women
age
are the
can be
teachers of the
stored.
next generation. This is a
That's
woman. If that
ridiculous.
woman raises up her son to hate his father, guess who the fuck he gonna ride for?
I
His
need
mama. He
You're
clarification.
gonna
all
ride
over
for
the
his
place.
One,
mama.
You
one,
really
hey,
is.
Melanie,
Period.
one second, please, because I'm going to put you all in the middle, not for you to fight, not for you. Whoa, damn. Not for you to fight, but for you to actually have a chance to go on the back and forth. I just want to make sure to ask this to Love. So you are telling that women are better than men, right?
No, can I say this? I'm saying that
Mhm.
men are viewing women up through the lens of
No,
being
you
an
literally
object.
said
I
the
They're
got
first
you.
time
viewing
that women are
women
better than
as
men. You
No, I got
literally just
you.
said
subordinates
I
to
that.
got you.
them.
One
That's
second,
why they
love,
want
love, love. I
submission.
got you.
They
Love.
don't
We
want to
no,
equal.
it's
They
You
fine.
want
literally
Love.
just
submission.
said
You're
They
that.
want
supposed to
somebody who
No,
submit
they
one
can
because
tell
second,
what to
please,
do. They want a
friends.
woman's loyalty, but they don't want to give loyalty. That's what
No,
I'm
love,
saying.
love, love.
That's why the
You are
discrepancy
love. I
occurs.
love. You are going to like. Remember when I asked, answer questions. You
I'm
said,
sorry.
"Woman." No, it's fine. We're having a
They didn't
conversation.
let me finish my thought. She interrupted me as
No,
I was talking. She's
no,
talking
no, love.
about
okay,
everybody
but
Love.
else
you're
being
No,
relevant.
one,
interrupting him.
Did you get
no,
picked yet?
love.
Hell no,
Is
you
because
didn't.
one second, please. It's because you are drifting. If I'm asking you a question and you then drift, right? We not get the question answer. You said this.
It's
Please, please confirm or reframe it, right? You said that women are better than men. Is that? Do you believe in
That's
that?
on a tangent. That's on a tangent. She brought the superiority
Do
thing
you
up. What
believe in that
I
or not?
said, what
You,
I
She
said,
didn't.
the point that I wanted to
No,
make
no, no.
was
You can
that the
say no,
discrepancy,
no. You can say no. Listen, you have to talk with each other. Just say no. You don't believe in that, right?
they're equal but different. They
yes
have
or
different
no?
No,
strengths
that's
and
not
there's
what
different
I
things that
asked.
they need.
Please.
It's
First,
crazy.
you said they are better, and now you're saying they're equal and different.
They
Make
are
a
more
definitive. Make one
necessary to
second, please.
sustain life on the planet. So yes,
Make
they
it.
are the
Make
superior being. Women are the
love.
superior
Love.
being. They carry
Love.
life
I can
into
talk
earth.
with you.
Are you
Love.
gonna let him ask the question?
Love. One second. I can talk to you if you can. Love. Like last time I tried, you are an adult, right? Do
I'm
you
listening to you.
maintain? Do you maintain the claim that women are better than men? Yes or no?
I would say this: they are more necessary than men to sustain life and to create
Yes
life.
or
So
no? That's a
if
yes or no
human life is the
question.
most
You
important
can't go
thing on
off
this
on a
planet,
tangent
Yes.
without
the
answering him
So
woman
yes.
first.
is more important than a man.
So
That's
yes.
Period.
ridiculous. And
So
you
So
yes.
therefore,
clearly don't want
yes,
a gray
obviously,
area.
Thank you.
Okay.
Just say
yes,
yes.
women
Shit.
are
Yes.
better. Women
Just say
are
yes.
superior.
It's
That's why men
fine.
chase
It's
women. That's why
fine.
sperm swim to the
It's
egg. What?
Who's
fine.
my favorite streamer? Team Patty. Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. We're not trying to fight you on that. Okay. So
Can
yes.
can I ask this question though? Why do men view women as an object? Why do they view the woman as less than them? Why
When
is
did
it
a man say?
Y'all
When
okay
are
did
for
men
better than
say
men
them.
to
that?
do? Let me finish my
When did
question.
a man
Why
say
do
that they
men
view
see it
women
as
as an
okay
object?
for
When did a
themselves to
man say it?
participate in certain behavior,
When did
but
a
when a
man
woman
say
does it,
it?
it's wrong?
When did a man say that? When did a
They
man
said it
say
when
that
they
women are
said
objects?
when they compared a promiscuous woman to a cheating man, and it's not the
That
same
Men
doesn't make
don't
thing.
her an
cheat.
object.
The
Men don't
That doesn't
cheat.
opposite
make her an
of a
Men
object.
cheating
don't
man
cheat.
is a cheating woman, not a
Well,
Men
promiscuous
hold on.
do
woman.
not
So
cheat.
obviously they
Well,
hold themselves to higher
No,
standards
men
than
do
what
yeah.
not
they
Well,
hold
cheat.
everyone else to. Because if they held it to the same
What is your
standard, they would have said a
question? You
cheating woman
keep
with a
running
cheating
your
man, but they
mouth.
didn't
Who's
say
yeah.
supposed
that.
to have a
Yes,
dialogue
They
she
with
said
does.
a
you?
promiscuous man.
You
I'm
are
just
Yeah.
saying,
you
what?
act
So
like
What's
you're up
not
here all by
clocking to you?
yourself.
It's
You
not
just
clocking
running
to
All the
your
you.
comments should
mouth.
be fatty McFat, fatty, fat. Oh, look how fat.
Can y'all chill, please?
Anyway, they clearly don't see us as the same.
Oh,
They
you're
want
gonna not
somebody
going
to
to say,
submit to
hey,
them. No, they don't
still
see us
no.
as equal. They
so,
see us as
one
objects.
Hey, your vein popping out your forehead.
Buckle up, everyone. It's time for some super chats.
Mel and Love are going to have the chance to finish the back and forth, and then we go to the main event of the super chats. I will not ask this again, please, friends. If we are grown-ups, we need to let each other finish our sentences, and we need to engage on the conversation. If we're going to talk about the clouds, I can put y'all on the screen and you do a monologue just by yourself. Okay? This is for you, Love. This is
Thank you.
for you, Love. I want
I'm
to
not
hear
trying to
your
overtalk
no, no,
anyone.
no. I know. I want
Disrupting
to
me.
hear your voice. I want you to engage with the people. But if you're going to go on a monologue, and we're like, there's nothing we can do, right? Tanquis, $5. Shalom, shalom. I guess. Sorry, Portuguese atheist. My bad. Thank you very much for the $2. Doris, she offered one untouchable membership. I
The
appreciate you.
untouchable empire, baby.
Thank you very much, Doris. She offered another membership for the Untouchable
The
Empire, baby.
untouchable empire, baby.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you. We have Dottie Girl from the United Kingdom saying great show, Fatty. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. We got my boy Boogie in the building. Say Fatty link. Crowded show, friends. I'm going to drop the link on the second hour, but the nightclub is full. I don't know if I can get you in. Okay. Thank you very much, Boogie. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. My boy Chef Chopinho with the membership. Obrigado, irmão. I appreciate it. He says very good things about Chiki, I think, on the super chat. So salute
The
to you, brother.
untouchable empire, baby.
OG in the building saying, Dame, that would make guys go to college. Prostitutes will be working overtime, though. Thank you very much. We have more 19 to go. Chef Chopinho with $5. He says, other folks, YouTube opinions aside, me and this man Cheeky broke bread and beer with my son at the table. Good dude.
Shout out to
Aw.
you, Chef.
Shout out to you, Chef. And shout out to the sponsor of the show, Carl Anderson, with the 5 untouchable memberships for the Untouchable Empire. Bay B. And I can find my clips, but it's
I
fine.
believe that there's multiple so-called black leaders who believe that they are untouchable.
The untouchable empire, baby.
Thank you very much, Carl. I appreciate you. Sophisticated jerk in the building saying checkmate Cheeky is what they call him. Oh, Cheeky actually got the checkmate today. Jeff Opinion, $5 says checkmate banter live. Thank you very much, Sophisticated Jerk and Chef Opinion, Shadow Dragon in the building saying love and tyranny on the panel is chaos. Hey Tyranny, I need to talk to you during the week when this is less crowded because Tyranny needs to go to the north. Like we need to take Tyranny to rehab because oh my god, Tyranny, that's crazy. I love you, Tyranny. Striking Rich, £5, straight from the United Kingdom. He says, women care about how promiscuous a man is. That's why Chris Brown and a bunch of women following him in his hotel in Manchester like zombies. I saw that shit.
Lord.
I saw that shit.
What about the men
Just
that follow Meg? Same thing, same
yeah.
difference.
Wait, do you saw like like
You've
30
never
men?
seen a
Oh,
you've
you,
never
you
seen a
saw you
crowd of
saw
male
30
groupies.
men running away. Oh,
Never.
That's
man!
because women don't give access to pussy like that. But if they felt like
That's a
they had a
lie.
chance to fuck Meg the Stallion, hell yeah, they'd be
So you
following
think that Meg
following
the
Men
her.
Stallion?
fuck with
One second, just
everybody.
to make sure. So you
If they
think
thought
that
they
Meg
had a
the
chance,
One
yeah.
second. I have a
They know they
question.
don't.
I have a question. So you think Meg the Stallion doesn't give away her pussy like that?
Oh
Not
yes,
to
she
no
Wow.
does.
regular, degular ass dude.
Oh
Chris
yes, she
Brown
does.
has a higher chance of fucking some random groupie than Meg the Stallion does. Obviously, she goes for men with status, with money that match her economically, socially, and have the same amount of
No, she
things that
doesn't.
she has. But let's be honest, men fuck random women all the time. Back in the days, you could get as a woman, the king could say, "Oh, I want to make you my mistress. I want to make you my concubine." Shit, he might even make you the queen if you fuck him good enough. But yeah, like the access and proximity to sex is much more closer for those girls and Chris Brown than it is for some random dude and Megan Thee Stallion. And even though Megan Thee Stallion has such a history, dudes still lust over her. They still thirst over her. Come on now, if Meg Thee Stallion really came down and said, "I'm gonna give you a chance," what man in his right mind is gonna say no?
They're going
I
because they know it's going to be easy to get. Because she's already
No, they're
displayed that it's
going
not
because she's
difficult
a
to
10
get
out
in
of 10
between
out of
her
10.
legs.
She's
It's not
She's
hard
sexy,
not
to
she's
get in between her
talented,
legs.
No, I'm
Meg
gonna
is
say
she's
no.
sexy and
and
talented.
10.
And they're gonna
Meg
forget
is
her
not a
as soon as
10.
they
Hey,
die. And they're
one
gonna
I'm gonna
want
second.
to
say
be
no.
seen publicly with her.
One
As we've
second.
proven.
Little back. 1 second, please. Little back book. I'll bring you in a second. And I didn't forget the one-on-one, right? So, love. Is there any value in a woman not being promiscuous or not being a hoe? Do you see any
There's
value in that?
value in anyone
No,
being
no, love,
chaste. Not
love,
just
please,
women, but men.
love. Listen, love. You have to listen to me. I'm trying to
Yes.
engage with you, right? Do you yourself think that a woman loses her value if she fucks anybody and everybody?
I think she loses her value if she goes against her own moral standards. If she
I'm
just
go,
is
I'm
That's
fucking
not
asking
the
I'm
anybody
asking
question.
to
you
fuck
That's
I'm
not
anybody
the
asking
because
you.
question.
they're running
That
game
wasn't the
on
I'm
her
question.
and
asking
they're
you.
pressuring her, then yes, she lost her value. But if she wanted to fuck all those people, like Meg the Stallion, who wanted to fuck all those people, nobody tricked her, that was of her own volition, then no, I don't think she loses her value. Does a man lose his value with every woman he fucks? Is
Oh,
he
Men
oh,
not
and
okay.
women
saying
are not
Okay,
equal.
okay. So if a man
they
has a
aren't?
thousand bodies, okay, so if a man has 1,000 bodies for you, he doesn't lose any value, right?
It depends. It
Ma'am,
depends.
you
Not
can't say it depends.
I
You
would
can't say it
say
depends.
I would
You
take women more
literally said,
seriously who
You
have
can't
less
say it
okay.
bodies.
depends, and you
So
can't, and
hey,
then you
yes,
just
I'm
go.
it
going to
does
do the
lower
jazz
Yes, it
face.
value
I'm
does.
value. Yes,
it,
fatty. It
sweetie,
does.
and I'll be like, this is
Bro,
crazy.
y'all never gonna nail her down, bro. She a catfish.
Oh,
Yeah, this is
I'm
that's
not no
crazy.
catfish. Who just said that?
You
Me
don't
me.
know
do.
how to handle it.
You
Nobody. It was me.
you
It
with
was
the baby
me.
mama drama.
You
It
know
You
who
was
was
said
turned
it.
by the
no,
court system.
nope.
You know who
That-
said it.
Let's
This
go
is
there.
this is yesterday's show. This is not today's show.
We
Okay,
could bring it to today.
let's
I'm gonna
Oh,
bring.
let's
I'm
you,
gonna bring
you
up some
definitely
shit.
can't. Don't
no,
take
please.
the L's in
I don't wanna do this anymore.
If
You
y'all
never
want to see,
destroyed my
if
argument the first
y'all want
time.
to, if y'all want to see Fantastic versus Love, you have to go to the show yesterday.
Yeah,
Just
request it.
in
Send some
time,
money.
$5. Mr. Fantastic, I'll cash app you $20 if you destroy love arguments for the rest of the show, cause she about to give me a migraine. Through HQ
Justin is
in
a
the
woman
building.
hater. He's another woman
HQ
hater.
HQ in the building saying this is wild. Shout out to the Hyena clan. Damn. This is the first time that Jazz is pissed off and it was the woman that did it. Win for us. Shout out to y'all, ladies. Misty with one untouchable membership. I appreciate you. Thank you very much, lady.
The untouchable empire, baby.
We have HQ back again saying TK, my girl. I don't know what that means, but thank you very much, HQ. Shout out to the sponsor of the show, Carl Anderson, in the building, saying, is that the Jazz from Anton show? She is special. Thank you very much. We have HQ back again saying, keeping it a buck. What is TK?
Melanin. That's what Melanin got on her name. She got TK.
Oh,
TK.
there's melanin. Don't let them bully you. Now,
Never.
She
Melanin can
support
fight back.
Melon.
Yes, she has an MTK. Is Chef
No,
Shopping a
I don't know
$5?
about that. That don't make sense.
Translate for us.
Nah, that can't make sense. That can't make sense. You know that can't make sense.
No, but it's her because it's the name. She
If
has
she
TK.
supports Melon, if she supports, oh my lord, yo,
No. Like we don't
Y'all
believe
know
it.
I'm
HQ
so
old. Shout out to
confused, yo.
HQ.
Yeah,
She old, man.
Yeah, shout
HQ
out
is
to
a shapeshifter.
HQ being inconsistent as usual. Shout out
Yeah,
to you, HQ.
she's a shapeshifter. Chef Chopinho says, irmão, orgulho de você. O número de inscritos não importa. O que conta é o engajamento das pessoas. Obrigado. Muito obrigado. Muito obrigado. 100 mil. 100
That
mil.
Translate, motherfucker.
What did
Now,
I
He's
wait.
say
living la
right?
vida loca. He's living
that
la
was
vida loca.
nice. What did he say?
Do
Yeah.
you notice I don't stutter?
That
You're
was
lucky
so
that
good.
you're lucky. My voice gets deeper when I talk Portuguese.
I love that. What did he say?
Brother, I am proud of you. The number of subscribers doesn't matter. What it matter is the engagement of the people, and we have a full house today. More than 400 people watching the show, so I truly appreciate you. Thank you, thank you.
I love
Shout out
it.
to me. HQ reacts $2 says tyranny. Me and Tyranny really have to talk. Robert Platinum $2. Jazz burnt roast beef love. Light skin roast beef.
Robert, you're not even an option for me. I wouldn't even spit on you if you were on fire. It's not. This roast beef is not cut for
But
you.
would you piss on him if he was on fire?
You keep
I
saying that.
wouldn't even shit. I
Because
wouldn't.
Robert is about that life. You better leave
I
Robert
pay
alone.
him to leave me alone. I'm so serious. I pay him to go away.
Aww.
Man, look
Shout
at
out
look
to
at this the
HQ Reacts with $5 saying
baby.
having a baby is just having a baby. Woman
Hey,
have dusty beta males babies all the time. She's still gonna talk her talk. No submission at all. Yeah, that's the HQ I know. We have 10 to go. HQ says women are not submitting, men don't want to do what it takes to get submission. Robert Platinum. STIs at had ravaged these women's womb. Robert backs again says love submits to a delicious bucket of Popeye.
Can I ask you a question? Oh my bad. Go
Not
ahead.
to you. You wouldn't be here if your woman should get
Love,
upset
love,
about it.
don't love.
She going
Don't
at Jazz like that now?
I'm not talking to
don't
her. I'm talking to Robert.
She's talking
Robert,
to
don't
I'm
try
about
to
to
the
say.
sew up
she's
discontention
talking to the
between us. I
comment.
never
but
said
love,
anything
but
bad
love.
about
Don't
that
hold her
woman.
back, Jazz.
Only
Oh,
to
Jazz, don't
you,
help her.
baby. Go
Don't
ahead,
say it,
No,
bro.
no,
Claudia.
no.
You don't
He's
want her to
trying
be
to cause
saved.
problems.
Don't say
Jazz
it.
has a question after I finish the super chats, and then
Don't say
I'll
it.
give 5 minutes for Mel and for Love to have whatever that was having before. HQ, $2 saying Black Book taking men to school. Yes, yes, yes. He's on the back, but he will pull up in a second. HQ reacts $2. Take them to school. Black Book. Shout out to my boy Black Book. He's in the building. Chef comes in with another untouchable membership. I
The
appreciate you.
untouchable empire, baby.
Thank you very much, Chef. We have my boy, not my boy, my girl HQ says Black Book and Cheeky give me hope. The rest of y'all toss ourselves amongst the concrete stair. What? With ends tied? Oh my god. Did you say that we should throw ourselves from a staircase with our ends tied? That's crazy.
She
Jesus
said she was
Christ.
ready 3 months ago, but
HQ to the $2. I ain't a clan, let's go. I got one girl coming with us. Carl Anderson with a $20 all. Shout out to Carl Anderson.
Here you go, sir. $20. Get yourself some food to eat.
If by food you mean drugs, then hell yeah, bitch. I'm about to get fucked up.
Thank you very much. Carl, he says ladies first, ladies second, ladies forever. Thank you very much, Carl. We have Doughboy in the building, and he is back with the untouchable emoji. Shout out to you, brother.
oh Lord.
I appreciate you. Thank you very much for being here. Donnell, my brother Donnell says, Jazz said on and on show that she was a virgin.
People say a lot
I've
of
never
shit.
said that. What?
Oh shit.
I've never what?
She said you are lying,
Oh
Donnell.
no, I'm sorry. I didn't know that was you, baby. I don't do
Striking it
that.
rich,
Let me
$2, saying Maggie sexy and talented. Damn, inflation is real. And finally, we have my brother Boogie. He's saying shout out to Fatty Ali, Damon, Melanin, and Jazz, the only one I like to look at but disagree with 100%. Shout out for my boy Boogie. Thank you very much for tagging us on all our clips, sir. I appreciate you. Thank you very much for all the support. And we got my boy Jet Live with 10 untouchable memberships. Thank you very much. Those are $50. Salute, salute, salute.
$50 for lobster? Damn.
It's okay, baby. You got this.
Bitch, you AI. You ain't that special.
Hey, did you know I saved 50% on my car insurance by switching to Geico?
Well, I just made this $50 AI animation to not give a fuck.
So we are going to go back, but first, Jess, what was the question that you had real quick? Back and forth, and then we go to the main event. Go ahead.
Don't worry about it. I was just gonna
No,
address.
no, no. You can actually voice your grievances.
I
It's
was
fine.
just gonna ask like I was just gonna ask like why do so many people pay in these super chats to like say mean things, but that's just a me thing trying to figure it out. It's
Because
just weird. Calling women roast beef, saying derogatory statements like unprovoked. It's like, are y'all okay? Are y'all deprived of that much attention that you have to go out your way to pay to talk shit? Like, I
That's
don't know.
light, baby.
That's
They
what I'm
People,
saying.
know you're a
the
beautiful
people,
woman and you
That's
would
a
the
never
sidebar
insult them. So they
conversation. It's just interesting to
yeah,
me.
the shit people say for free is way worse, baby.
yeah. So
It's just
Amen.
weird. It's like
so
game.
Jazz, I will tell you this, right? And I think I had this conversation with you before. That's when it comes to the game. If you want to see
It's the game.
people, if you like, because this we think that this is just like this space. Go and see the comments of the public offender dude when we went to his show, and go see the comment. I literally posted on my community tab for the members, people that were very close to us at a certain point on the comments. We try to expand. We try to get out of here. We try not to be messy and all that shit. Go to the comments, call us pedophiles and all that. So this is what comes with the game. So it's not personal, and especially you are in the making for a while. If we want to make it on this space, the comments are the comments. The chat is the chat. Cheeky, Cheeky got a clip posted of him a couple of The chat is the chat. The internet is the internet. Shout out to Angry Man. It is what it is. Comes with the
And you're
territory.
right. It was
It
just an
comes with the
observation.
it comes with the territory,
Yeah.
Jazz, because even Jesus had haters.
If Jesus can't save these hoes, why are you trying? What make you think you greater than Jesus?
I
Shot Jap.
I agree. It's interesting to see how so much people
Jazz,
believe.
you don't got Twitter? You don't
It's
got Twitter,
called
Jazz?
negging. It's called negging. They're
Get you a
bringing you
Twitter, Jazz.
down
Jazz, create a Twitter.
I don't
because
want
they
to get a
feel less
Twitter if
than
it's
you.
nothing but negativity. You know what I'm
We
They're
love
saying?
the
negging.
That's
It's
what we're
cat.
part
trying
of
to
the
tell
game,
you.
like you
This is
said.
light.
They
This
gonna
is
hate.
light.
Yeah,
We
that,
love
that's
it either way.
that's just life. So shout out to Princess Cammy, one of the untouchable finest. Say, salute, salute, salute to the beautiful people. Great show.
Is that Cammy? That
Yeah, that's
long
Princess
time?
Cammy. Absolutely.
Hey,
I know.
Cammy.
Yes, Princess Cammy. Shout out to Cammy, and then Paper Trail Shorty saying, "Ooh wee." I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Shout out to Jet Life for truly
Shout out
supporting and
to
rocking with
Mr.
us.
Poop.
He says, "Ladies first." So, Melanin and Love, do you have anything to say? Because I stopped the fight because I don't like just fighting for fighting. But there's actually,
Who playing music?
damn,
I
who
kind of
got
feel like
who?
Melanie is a pick me. I feel like she's
Of
pandering
Whoa!
course
Who
you
to
got
do.
the
this?
audience.
You having band
Of course.
practice.
I do. I feel like
Of course.
she's pandering
Chicky,
to
that's
the
Cheeky,
you.
what?
male.
That's Cheeky. Cheeky, what the hell
Chicky,
is
that's
this?
you. Chicky, what's going on, Chicky?
Damn, Cheeky has a band over there.
Tiki ain't goddamn Mardi Gras, Tiki. What the fuck? Tiki ain't Mardi Gras, ain't it?
Hey,
A college
Chicky,
season. What the hell going on?
I'm muting this
that's
shit.
definitely
Yeah,
Chicky.
yeah, that's Cheeky
Chicky,
muted.
what's
That's
going
crazy.
on? You got band practice today? That's crazy, man.
I want to make sure that, and please let's talk about the topics, not the people.
Okay,
HBCU.
that's fair enough. That's fair.
Okay, like about the objectification part, the woman being more important than man and all that. Hey, Melon, do you want to address anything that she said there, or
A woman will never be more important than a man. That's not even in the natural design of things. You do not come before a
So,
man. You are not more important than a man. Period. That doesn't mean you
so
are not great,
melanin,
but you do
Nigga,
not
do
shut
come
you
up.
before.
Let
I'm
her
not
believe?
finish.
done.
Love,
I'm
let her.
not done.
We just talked about it. Let her land.
Okay,
You gonna get the you the second person to talk. She
okay, I'm
talking to
sorry.
you,
Go
so you
ahead.
gonna get to
You
talk.
said
Let
they'll
her
never
finish.
be more important than a man.
Yeah, that doesn't mean that a woman is not great, but you are not more important than a man. That rhetoric can cause
So,
catastrophic issues thinking that you come before a man. You don't.
is a man more important than a woman?
Yes,
It's a yes or
Why?
no. Okay, so you think men are more important?
Why?
Why?
because
Yeah.
they are the head.
Of what?
Why are they the
Everything.
head though? Why are
The
they the
Tag
head
team.
though? Why?
Because
I
God
think it,
said
Why
so.
is that?
Because divine order
How do
said
we
so.
know? How do we know that God said so? Every religion thinks they're the
well,
right
we can
one.
take
How
it
do you
beyond
know that
God.
you're
There's a
right?
lot of messed up stuff in the
How
Bible.
do
In the
you
Bible,
know? How do
Numbers
you know you're
31,
right?
in
Where is
31:18,
it written that makes you correct? Since
it's
Yeah,
not
when?
anywhere. I'm not trying
yeah,
to
but we
force
can.
my
Okay,
values
then.
on
So it is
anyone. What I
written.
do
It
works
is
for me.
written.
But
It
you're
is written,
saying
and you can
it's
find
written.
research.
Okay, it's also written in that same Bible in Numbers 31:18. Go and take every woman that hasn't laid with a man and keep them for yourselves. They were talking about
Good job.
plundering the women and keeping them as sexual
No,
slaves. Is
they were
that
talking
correct?
about
You
providing
believe in a
covering for
God that
women
would
without a man.
condemn a homosexual before they would condemn a pedophile. The Bible got everything to
What
say
it,
about the gay
the
people. It
thing?
ain't got
So
shit to
love,
say
love.
about the
What I
pedophiles.
want to do with you
It's not
is
correct.
you move all over the place. Okay, stick
It's
in
all
one spot and let's
connected.
address it. You can't just keep throwing
Okay,
out
you're
all of
saying
these
you go off
statements
the
with no.
Bible. I'm telling you the Bible is incorrect and that it was written by men. And there's no way to verify that it is the actual word of God. There's no way to verify or not verify. So what are we talking about? It's the
Do you
head because
one
what's
sec,
You are
upset?
the
What's
head.
one
supposed
sec,
to be
we
mad
have
in
to
your
breathe,
life with that?
we have to breathe. Hey, love, every time you finish a statement, say it, I concede the mic so she knows when she has to talk. Is that fair?
That's fair.
Yes, just don't
What
say I
proof
digress.
outside? Sorry.
And don't ask 37 questions in a row.
Yes.
What proof? This is one question. What proof outside of because the Bible says so do you have that the man is the head? Like, what in your life lets you know that?
Men have built this world, not women. Is that good enough for you?
But every man, there
Is that good
can't be
enough
a
for you? Yes
man.
or no? Is that good enough
No,
for
it's
you?
not
Yes
good
or
enough
no? Okay.
because it's
What's your
not good
next
enough
question?
because every man comes from a woman. There is no man without a woman.
Can
Period.
you make a child without a man? Yes or
I
no?
could make it with his
Yes or
sperm. He doesn't
no?
even need to
Yes
be
or
there
no?
physically.
Comes
Isn't
from.
that a
Neither do
man's
you.
Yes.
sperm? That is
You
a
can
Neither
man's
do
make it
you.
with
sperm.
his sperm. He doesn't have to be
His
present physically.
sperm. His sperm. So you
Right.
can't get it done by
So one
yourself.
is not better
And
than
if
the
and if your
other.
egg is
They're
not
both
fertilized, they
necessary.
don't mean
But
nothing.
that's
His
what
sperm
you
is
said.
actually
You
alive.
literally said the women were superior.
Yeah, that's what
They
you said.
are
You said the woman
superior
was
because they're
superior.
more necessary, but it takes two to
No, they're
create
not
life.
more
Look,
necessary
this
though.
They
mindset,
are
you
more
can,
necessary. You cannot have a baby without a womb. Period.
You
You
cannot
cannot
have a
do it.
baby without sperm.
Okay, but once the
And hold
sperm
on, I don't know
is
if you know
there, you
this.
don't
Wait, wait,
need
wait.
Why
a
is it a
man. You
competition?
need the
We're
woman
it's
equally
at
not,
every
because
valuable,
neither
stage.
guys.
do
Because
There's
she
not
men
a
or
made the
part.
claim.
You're
slaves.
in the
It's
fucking
not.
space.
Hey,
You
hey,
don't
one,
need the woman.
We don't
hey,
make
one
it a
second. Hey, one
there
second.
is no competition.
Because she made the claim. Nobody was saying men and women are better or worse. She
She
literally
said
said
it.
women are better than men. And the question now is why? This is a
Can I
question.
just say something real
Because they
quick?
Absolutely.
I just want to say, like I respectfully, like I see both sides, but I just have to just respectfully disagree because the idea, the truth of the matter is that value isn't determined by gender. It's shaped by like humanity, the contributions that you put out into the world, your character, the roles that you play in your
That's
family.
not true.
Yeah,
Can
That's
you
not
let
true.
her
That's
finish,
we
please? God
no.
damn it, love.
that
Love,
wasn't
you
love.
can't.
That wasn't
you
love.
be
That wasn't
yelling and
love.
boo.
That
I'm
wasn't
not
even
Now,
That
now,
was
talking.
now,
Ellen.
No, no, love. It's just self,
That,
like, restrain yourselves.
that was
Like,
Ellen though.
that
I'm
was
not
me.
even
I'm
talking.
sorry.
oh, no, wait. You know what? Friends, I want to apologize to love. I don't know where I was going. I was looking at my phone. So, love,
Stupid.
I am stupid, and I apologize. You guys can go ahead and finish your statement. Go ahead, Jess. I was looking down. And Melanie, you better watch it. Go ahead, Jess.
Thank you. So like I was saying, like I don't understand like the who's more valuable conversation when we're both equally valuable to each other. It's not a competition and we don't rise in progress by diminishing one another. The true progress happens when we recognize that both women and men are valuable and then our strength and collaboration is what's valuable, not the hierarchy. Women
What?
have historically been the backbone of like movements, families, economies, culture, and often doing it with the least support. You know what I'm saying? So, like from raising children, holding our households together, leading
You're
innovation.
monologuing.
Oh,
Like, yes, there are men. We know that our men have the brunt and the brawn to build, but we also
okay.
know that women contribute to advancements of society as well. We've
Yeah,
contributed greatly. I don't think it's a
just let her
competition.
land, y'all. Please let her
yeah,
finish.
yeah. But
Let her
she.
finish fantastic. Just
Okay.
I know, but just let her finish. Just let her, please.
I'm done.
And then
Thank
and,
Okay. Well. Okay.
go ahead.
So
So
what?
all the things you're saying though that they're afforded to you by men. You
Thank
can't
you.
provide for the children without the men protecting and building things for you to do. You can't contribute anything to the culture and all these things without men providing you the safety. You
So
can't do any of the
fantastic.
things.
I
Go ahead.
agree with you. I'm not trying to say what I bring is better. We need each other for those reasons.
Hear me out though, but still there's so hold on. You still admitting to the point of where one
Because
allows the other.
because here's the
Hold
thing,
on.
if we go with that logic, fantastic, then that would mean that okay, well then who is a man without a woman's womb to continue his
Well, he's
legacy?
a man.
Yeah, that's
He's
the
always a
biological,
man. He's a
and
man
I'm
regardless.
not refuting
His
that. So I'm
value
not.
is in.
Yeah, so I'm not refuting the biological. What we're saying is once we're here, right, and even in that, right, the man is like you said. If you had one man and 100 women, society continues, right? You got one woman and 100 men. You see what I'm saying? So the man can literally see the earth, right? You have a few men, you can keep population going. You need far less men. That shows how important he is. The fact that one man could literally start a whole civilization and a whole thing. That's not the case with women. That's not. You
Okay,
can't.
well,
A woman can
and
only
that's what I'm
complain
saying.
about
And
one
that's
man
what
at
I'm
once.
saying. Like instead of it's me over you. It's us together that makes this thing.
That
We,
doesn't
we're
that
not
I
can't
don't
arguing
be
that. What
understand
we're
why
gonna say,
because
there's no
you're
that can't
refuting.
be
competition.
it can't
Hold on.
be
Why
equal.
is there an
Hold on, just
objection?
real quick. It can't be equal because you are born with your value and the things that a man has to
No, that's a red
accumulate
pill
his
talking to me,
value.
baby. That's
It's
not
on
facts.
yes it
Right.
is. What are you talking about?
No, it's
So you're not
not.
born
Because here's the
with
thing:
your value. Are
men
you
are born
born
with
with your
value
Hold on,
value?
too.
Are
hold on,
you
Melanie.
born with value?
Hold on,
Men
Melanie.
are
Let her
born.
let her rebuttal. Let her rebuttal,
Men
Melanie.
are born with value too. I don't understand why you all
Oh my
feel like
god.
people aren't born just because. Like I just don't get the whole
What,
competition.
what is what
If
is
there's
our
a
value exactly?
conversation,
What is our value exactly, Jess?
Yeah.
you're a human being born into this
No,
world. You're a
no,
valuable
no, no.
person by nature.
I'll get that to you, right? All human life is
It's
value.
valuable. And
Okay,
that's
no,
what I'm.
that's fair, right? But that's the thing.
Arguing that.
We know for a fact that we are all dripped up in Nike and we have Samsungs and iPhones and computers and cameras because there's a tremendous amount of pain on the other side of the world where these people are producing this shit for us. So technically, they don't have no value at all, right? Even though we might want them to have value, there's a bunch of people starving and dying right now, and nobody gives a shit about them. So it kind of seems like our value is a little bit more than them because you redeem. So right when Melanie and Fantastic are saying is that the value that men have a lot of times is we maintain and make sure that the world is running. Women have value by putting our kids in this planet so we can have a next population and we keep going and going and going and going. So depending on the circumstance, some people are going to have value and other people are going to have another type of value, but in with all the respect, if we had the same value, there wouldn't be no kids and women first. If we had the same value, there wouldn't be no man stay in Ukraine and the woman can leave and go whatever the fuck they want. If we had the same value, I wouldn't have to stand up for a woman just because she has a titties and a vagina, right?
But that,
So
but that.
Jess,
Mhm.
just for me to finish so you can get it, if you get into a train and you recognize that the baby life and the elderly life is more valuable than yours because you make special concessions just to have them around. Why, when you see an elderly woman, when we see a baby, saying that men and women have the same value is a little bit asinine
I
because
I
we
didn't say
don't
it.
deal like even though they might have the same value, I guarantee you if a pregnant lady comes in, everybody standing up because they deem that woman more valuable than the woman that
Right.
doesn't have a kid on her belly, right? So
I
talking
didn't
about
say
reality versus
I didn't say that our value was equal. I'm just saying we both are, and it's not a competition on who is more valuable because one isn't going to thrive without the other. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like,
that's not true.
if
That's
there are
not
no
true
women
either,
on
though.
earth and only men, it was self-destruct. And it's funny that you say that men are here to provide and protect and make sure everything is safe. The world has been ran by men for so long. And the current state of affairs that we are in right now do not reflect what you're saying.
Yes, it
What are you
is.
talking about?
Kamala
This is the
literally,
safest.
Kamala, when
By
she ran for
I will
office, Kamala had Megan Thee Stallion twerking
I,
at
I, will,
her.
I will say so Mel, I apologize. I'll say this, right? And please forgive me. This is not my view. I'm just explaining it, right? Other than incubating our babies, we don't need y'all.
Thank you.
Very respectfully, we don't like other than putting our kids out, we don't need y'all at all.
okay.
And this is what I'm saying about is not that I look at woman as just a carrier of life or all that, but if I'm going to be very pragmatic, the same way I would say we don't need no man other than building everything and building the roads and building the skyscrapers and defending us from other men, all that. Like if we are going to be very honest, and anybody on the panel can dispute what I say, if y'all keep popping up babies and we have to take care of everything in society, tell me one thing that is stopping right now. Go
I would
ahead.
say if you really feel that you like we have no value outside of just giving you
That's not what I said.
a baby or you don't need us, like you saying like out you just said like outside of giving you a baby, we really don't
Hmm?
need y'all, right? That's what you said. You don't need us for any other
No, no,
reason
no, no, no.
in society, relationships. Men will do better with each other, is what you're saying?
Did you notice that I said just because I'm explaining something doesn't mean that I agree with it? I'm being pragmatic about things, right, Jess?
Okay.
Please correct me. If women kept popping out babies, right? Meaning that our civilization keeps we keep putting babies outside, so we're not getting old and just dying, right? What is going to stop if women stop doing everything else? What is stopping?
If women decided to not have sex anymore, everything will stop.
But there's the babies part.
Huh?
What?
There's the babies part.
What you
No,
mean
Babies
the
come
baby
from
step?
sex.
What do you mean?
hold on, real
No, no,
quick.
no, no, no.
Hey,
Because
Jasmine, no,
because
Jasmine,
because
Jasmine.
sex doesn't always.
Jasmine, this is what
But wait a
Fatty's
minute,
saying. Hold
Ollie.
on,
But
Jasmine,
sex.
please. I asked you, just hold on real quick. If you switch all our roles and all we do is put sperm in you and we sit at the house and do nothing, what would happen to the world? It would
Crumble.
Oh, I,
it would
I would.
crumble.
If oh my God, if women were able to be in positions of power the way
That we're
men
in.
do, oh my, I don't think there would be any wars.
Why are
No,
I
you
no, no,
think
automatically
we would
no,
have.
no,
answering?
no. Hold on, hold on, hold on,
I
hold
think we
on.
would
No,
have
It's
Jazz,
peace.
fire.
Jazz. You went straight to that. Jazz, the
Yeah,
plumbers, the
power.
electricians, the builders,
Thank you.
everything. The
Infrastructure.
philosophers, the philosophers, the inventors, the
You don't
writers,
think
the builders.
there are women there? One
I
of the
got you,
biggest
love.
There's
buildings.
women that do all of that.
Chris,
I'm
How
I
not
many
can
saying
prove
women
who
it.
work
So
on
said
the
why do
oil
y'all
rig?
that a
think?
woman
Why do
can't
y'all
learn it.
think that
How
women
many
aren't
women work on the
capable?
oil rig? Hold on.
Why
Wait.
can't? Why? Wait a minute. But wait a minute. Y'all have to stop thinking that women are
Go
not
ahead, Jess.
capable of
That part.
building
That
of
part.
building
Speak
things.
on.
The things that
Why
you're
don't you
using
do it
right
though?
now,
So
the
Jazz,
things that
answer the
you're
Because we
question.
using.
have been cut out. It's not accessible to
No,
us.
that's
The
a
boys
lie.
don't
No,
want
no,
to let
no.
us in the
Stop.
club.
Can we
That's
can we
why.
not
No,
do this?
that is
We
a
had to fight
lie.
for the right
The
to
fact
That
even
is
that
a
y'all
vote.
lie.
think
Hold
Meanwhile,
on.
the fact that
Now,
y'all
now
think
you're
women have
lying.
not
Hold on.
the
Now
fact
you're
that y'all
gaslighting.
really think
Hold
that women
on.
have not contributed to society in
That's
any
not
way,
And
what.
shape, or
no, you
form
haven't.
No,
And we
is
that's
can
not
we
what.
can
crazy.
point it
And
out.
the fact that y'all
Jess,
think
that's
that
not what
you
we're
will be able
saying.
to
Jess,
thrive.
that's not what we're saying. Jess,
That
I'm
is
going
what
to.
you're saying.
Jess,
You're
Jess,
talking
Jess.
about things that y'all build
No,
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 with.
it's
Jazz,
because
you
you're
keep
talking
saying
with your
things we didn't.
feelings.
Jazz,
Jess.
you are making arguments that we didn't say,
Yeah,
and
you are
that's
talking with
Y'all
your
are saying
feelings.
like, but y'all need us to build stuff. We
No,
build
no,
stuff
no, no,
too.
Jess, that's
You
not it.
don't. You
Jess,
don't feel
you,
shit.
Jess, you are talking.
One of the biggest buildings in Chicago right now was built by a female architecture. What are you talking
That's
about?
not building.
design.
What are you
Jess,
He
talking
made
Design.
about?
the
We are
Designing
design.
is
He
not
made
capable.
the
Jess,
building. You
design.
We
literally
are.
just killed your argument.
What are you?
Designing is not building.
What
And
I'm
there are
saying,
far
we
more
have
male
the. What do
architects
you
than
mean? There are
women.
women. There are women that work on
no,
construction
no, no.
sites and build
What
houses.
you
Guys,
Do
can we
saying?
chill?
women have the
100% designing.
capacity and the capability to
96% of
learn
men in
how to
those
build?
fields
And the
are
answer
men.
is
Are
yes.
Thank
Wait,
you.
can we chill? Can we chill? Can we chill, please?
My
Can we
bad.
chill? Let's do this, please. Okay. Let's talk with our brain, not with our feelings, real quick, so we can get this out of the way and we go to the main event, right? And Jess, like think with me. Women do, for example, most of teaching right now, right? When it comes to not college, but when it comes to like regular school, they are most nurses, right? They are most babysitters. Like they're most fashion more like whatever dominated industry, they are more in HR and all that, right? We can easily replace that. Like we can easily replace that. Everything that a woman does in society overall, for the most part, where they are dominant, even that woman architect that you talk about, we can replace it for Chicky if Chicky is an architect, right? There's an abundance of male architects in that situation. I can be a decorator. Most women dominate the decorator part of the how we're going to put the house like this and like how we're going to design this. We can replace it. The thing that I'm saying is that if women stop to doing their jobs tomorrow, Fairy and Fantastic will not be YouTubers anymore. I will probably be a nurse. Fantastic would be teaching the second grade of English. Chiki would go and try to we can compensate for whatever you guys are doing in society. But if it was the other way around, y'all are not on oil rigs. Y'all can do industrial fishing. Y'all can do industrial farming. Like there's a bunch of things that your body has limitations. So now I want to build a skyscraper, or I want to maintain uh, 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 all of the houses that we are living in right now, and is a very shortage of women that is unfortunately not going to be able to do it because women that work in these fields is an extremely minority.
By
So society,
choice.
yeah, so
96,
society will
By
crush.
Fatty,
choice.
Society,
It's
96%
not
are
impossible
men.
for
so
women to do these things,
I
though.
know it's not impossible, but
They
society
can.
will. But society
96%
will.
are men.
Yeah, so
Because men don't want to let them in the club, right? They're less.
No, they
Because
I
don't.
know
men
it's not
view
a
them as
They
situation.
less
do.
You don't have.
competent. Doesn't
He
mean they
don't want to
actually
do
are.
that.
If y'all don't have the strength to open a pickle jar, What do you think is happening if I send you from the
I
motherfucking
saw
all
a man
week
sitting
to
on
try
a
to get some
YouTube
oil?
channel that couldn't open a pickle jar. I saw
Yeah,
a
okay,
man
yeah,
literally on a
yeah, yeah.
YouTube
Absolutely. No,
channel
no,
Understand him.
that
absolutely.
couldn't open a pickle jar either.
I
So
agree. I agree
that's
with
how
you,
much
Jess.
in the
But there's the
water.
thing. No, Jess, but there's the thing, right? We have the strongest of us, and we have the weakest of us. But there's the thing. Me, fatty, I'm out of shape. I need 6 months to be next to the strongest of us. Y'all can never upgrade from being a weak
The
female
strongest woman
to a
don't
Fatty,
have
strong.
can I
You know
ask
what
you a
I'm saying?
question, Fatty?
power
Can I
to
just
win.
ask you a quick question?
Yes.
Do you think that women would work to redesign the world based on their strengths as
With,
opposed to trying to adapt to
so
male
so
strengths?
this
That would
so
be
so
detrimental.
so
Maybe
let,
Precisely,
let,
design
so
bro.
pickle
let, let
jars
me answer
designed
so let
for
me
smaller
let me answer it.
hands?
No, let me answer it. This will be the first time in the history of mankind where woman can actually survive without men. It's called AI generation. It's called highly robotic. Like we now have the technology to put a tremendous amount of not now, but in probably 20 years. We have enough robots to put out there where the woman can just program them, AI can just program it, and society can run without men. But on this society right now of 2025,
No.
woman disappearing from Earth. If we had a baby popping machine that keep putting babies, women are irrelevant because once again,
Yeah,
without other than putting the baby out, they are
I
not
want.
necessary
There
for
was a
the
there
society.
was an
Hey,
old
gang,
saying.
Would you rather
There
a
was an old
society
comedy
hold on,
thing.
society
hold on
would
real
be
quick.
better
Give me it.
without women,
We've had hold on real quick, Jazz.
Not
We've
better.
had 4 women, and we can go get the clips that have come on our
but
show
it's not
that
better
talked
living,
about
right?
we should promote and push a
It's the
matriarchy.
best
And
way
every
to
time they
life.
said when we
That's
asked
not
them
what
what
we
would
saying, Jazz.
Come
when
on,
we said
fellas.
okay,
It is.
yeah, we said what would you do if you can be control the matriarchy and you implement a matriarchy, put the men all to work. Most of women, when they go to compete with us, want to get all the power, but they don't want the
Yep.
responsibility.
Exactly.
So as soon as the women get power again, they will give the power right back to the men, the responsibilities, and you're going to put the men right back in the position to be a patriarch again. All the women we brought up here, every time we ask what you do with the matriarchy, they put the men in those positions to do all the laboring skills, to do all the work, and they just want the power.
And
All I'm saying. Go ahead, little
Damien,
black book.
right? Because I want to understand why Little Black Book was nodding his head. Like you disagree?
It's you know what it is. Again, this conversation is doing what it's doing last time. First and foremost, it's hard to reinvent a world that's always looked one way. It's very hard to look at another way, right? So when we what we call this is called progressive revelation. To understand how the world works, the Bible says that as time goes on, knowledge will progress, right? So it's very hard to tell. It's like asking you, how does the world look with no white people in it?
Oh my God, the
Now you,
It
now
looks
you, now you can
brown.
go. No.
I
How would
answered that
how
very
no?
quickly. It looks
I'm not
brown.
saying no. We're not so much as being raised. I'm saying how would the world shift and change? Right? It's almost like when you watch a scientific movie and they try to predict what it looks like in 70 years time. People can have an idea, but oftentimes they're wrong. Right? It's very hard to actually really fully integrate an idea of what something looks like when something is removed. First and second of all, this conversation about whether we had women involved in life and whether who's more equal. First of all, you're talking about vulnerabilities and you want to talk about equality, which is just really crazy. I don't understand how you even mix the two, right? Now, first and foremost, I actually understand what you're saying. We are not equal because equality would mean that we're on the same level. No one can be equal. If we're talking about men and women, they're not going to be equal because I can't give birth to a child. Therefore, we cannot be equal by the definition of the term. The correct term would be how do we have more equity or similar equity in a situation?
Are we
So the
better?
world,
Are we
the
better than
way
this?
no, we're not. So the way that God made us, which is so fantastic, is that you got a penis and someone's got a vagina. And guess what? You can't do the world without her. She can't do it without you. That's the beauty of what I love God because He makes sure that your dumb arguments about this hanging out where
How?
men or women, when women say men are they're higher than men, that's a dumb argument. When men say they're higher than women, it's a dumbass argument
Explain
because you
that.
need each other. You need each
yes.
other in order for this world
Now
to
No, no,
let's
no,
work.
no, no, no.
explain.
Now, wait, hold on. Even if it's on a basic, let me just say, even if it's on a basic level, you
Yes.
take all the women out. You keep saying about we can make a machine. We ain't made one yet. So you ain't gonna make one, right? And you go and then what ends up happening is the world ends. So all that talk about we gonna build and you gonna build for nobody. There is no legacy after that, right?
Well,
So
actually,
You ain't got no
you're
kids.
gonna be talking on a
actually,
panel
bro.
and there'll be no
So
one
you
to
agree
talk
with
to
me?
because in a few generations it'll be over.
That
So
was my
therefore,
point.
first no, I hear you. So therefore, there's nothing about being saying that anyone's over the other. There's no over the other. You know what I'm saying to you? We need each other in this game. So that's what I'm saying to you. Like when we're
Yeah.
making an argument on either side, I don't like it when the women say it. I don't like when the men The men say it because it's not coherent with what our
No
current
woman
reality
started
is.
this conversation, right?
But you
No,
know,
the
but you
woman
know, but
started.
you know what you
And I'm
did.
saying she's wrong for
No,
having
no,
saying
no,
that. If
no,
the
you know what
women are saying that, I said
no,
that
no,
already.
Rebecca, let me tell you what you did. You
Okay.
pretended that you disagreed with us, and then you circle around and you said, "I agree with y'all." Other
Mm-hmm.
than popping, like, listen. Other than we have to build for the next generation. If there's no next generation, we are building for nothing. That means, other than popping kids, which is the next generation, we kind of don't need them for nothing. That's the reality. I'm sorry. I'm not saying that women are not a great part of society. I'm not saying that women are not a great part of the economy. I'm not saying that women are not contributors for society, paying taxes, having jobs, and all that. What I'm saying, if Thanos snapped woman tomorrow and he left the incubator that pops kids, we will still live and we will not suffer at all, other than when it comes to our sexual intercourse and when it comes to actually having women around. And if we replace it, if Thanos snap all men around, society will crumble in 48 hours. So
We have
it's
The
sperm
society
banks. We
as
don't
the
have
society as
incubators.
hold on. The society as you know it now, yes, will crumble
so
because
what
we have it
society will call?
because we have it shaped in the way that as men lead. If you were to take us out, that's why I said, how would the world look without white women? If you take us out the game, right? The beauty of the mind is when adversity hits, we find a way to plow through. So going by your analogy, if there was a machine that could do your sperm hitting and they could be left alive with just that sperm, then find a way to build in a different way, in a different way than what we've built. It will not look exactly the way that we look. We
Well,
have
just two
the way the
things.
world looks is because we are leading something. So that's what I'm
Two.
saying to you. Is the conversation becomes irrelevant because either party, if they found a way to sustain life without the other party, would find a way to shape the world in the way that they want to shape it because you're in
I have a last
the
question.
world.
Now, that's perfect, right? Last question, but that's got it, and then we'll go to the main event. Which one? Let's assume that, like I said, because if you don't agree with us, let's take the giving kids, like birthing kids, right? Because it's a necessity for the propagation of society. Which one is easiest to replace, man or woman?
Men,
What are you doing?
men,
So,
men.
sorry, say the question again. Sorry,
Let's
Paddy.
take kids out of the way because it's something that only woman can do. Let's assume that we actually get this machine that pops up kids. Which one is easiest to replace? What woman do in this planet or what men do in this planet?
So we're arguing the
That's such
hypothetical
a
over the actual reality.
nonsensical.
Hypothetical, women have
No,
there's
no,
some type of
it's
incubator.
not a
Reality,
nonsense.
men
No,
build
No,
a
no,
sperm
it's
clinic.
not.
not.
Men are
Oh,
less
hold,
necessary.
hey,
I need
Patty, hold on. Hey, hold on, hold on.
If y'all not going to answer questions, y'all don't need to be
Yeah,
talking.
let
Okay,
me.
it's not an hypothetical at all because y'all do it all the time.
oh,
Like, remember when Love was saying, if woman was near popping babies, everybody will die. That would have
They
hypothetical. You know
would
what?
though.
No,
That's
no,
the
no.
truth.
You know what I did? You know what I did? I agreed because I'm a mature adult. I am not on the winning and losing shit. So I said, yeah, you are absolutely right. If women stop popping out kids, we would be extinguished, right? So now that we got it out of the way, now you're going to engage with my hypothetical. Which one is easiest to replace if we have a popping baby machine? Man or woman?
So then all of the males would be engaging in
My God,
homosexuality.
no, no,
They
No, no,
would.
no, no, no.
In
you're
That's not
allergic.
saying
societies
You're
that.
where the
allergic
women
to
are
You're
not
everything.
saying you're
present, like
saying
say
Yes,
Oh,
this
stop
Sparta,
is
freaking
horrible.
that's
guys.
not what
you're
I'm
allergic to
saying.
in
That's not
all
what I'm
this.
saying.
Sparta,
No,
the
we're
men
moving
was
on. We're moving
raping the
on.
little
Nope.
Yeah,
boys
we're
when
gonna
the
move niggas
women
down.
was
We're
not
not
Hold on,
doing that.
yeah, we're gonna
present
move
We're not
forward.
doing that.
in
Hold on,
Yeah,
love.
any.
Hold on, love. Hold on, love. It was
yeah.
just a
So let me,
misunderstanding. Misunderstanding. Go for it.
God
very
damn.
important
Moving on.
aspect. I guess I don't know if people are aware of this or whatnot. Okay,
Mm.
two major things just happened, and both of them happened over in I want to say Japan. Okay, it may have been Japan and China, but I know at least one is Japan. Okay, Japan for the first time were able to create it's a mouse experiment, of course. Take two sperm cells and procreate with two sperm cells.
That's not gonna happen though. Like, what are you talking about at this
Y'all,
point?
please don't
Yeah.
interrupt. Please.
One, chill out, my nigga.
Y'all saying that's the
First,
same thing.
wait.
That
Okay,
was
so
supposed
hold
to
on. You
happen.
all saying what can't happen. Okay, shout out to Cheeky. All right, a woman, a man won what Woman of the Year twice. Shout out to Cheeky. Okay, so all this impossible shit y'all talk about, think about it. All right, so like I said, look this up. Don't take my word for it. They were able to procreate with two sperm cells. Secondly, they just fucking completed an artificial womb that was able to gestate a baby outside of a woman.
That is
Okay,
so scary.
it's scary, but it's true, Jazz. So all this
We
shit,
should
and
be
women
against
don't
that.
understand it.
We should be all
Listen,
against that. We shouldn't
hold
Y'all,
be.
on.
please stop
Men are
interrupting,
adapters.
y'all.
My bad.
Lord.
My bad.
No, it when you interrupting. And Jazz, I know you know how to be respectful on the
Oh, it's
platform as
cool.
well
Hey,
too.
she
That's
wasn't
why
she
we love
wasn't
you here.
she
No,
wasn't
no, no.
20 minutes.
Fantastic. We want the show to run a certain way.
I got
We
you. My
want to
bad.
show everybody. I don't care if we disagree with you. We don't like you. You the devil arguing with God. Let the devil land his plane. You know what I'm saying?
Cool. Well, no. So again, this I don't think women understand just how analytical men are. Right. The thing that women are doing and playing with this whole thing about procreation and like the 4B movement and all these different things and fucking up society. Men are like, hey, we cannot give women this level of leverage that they're going to play with the existence of human beings. So a lot of these hypotheticals you guys are talking about, if you understood and you know what's going on, it's literally happening right before our eyes. They keep telling you and keep talking about the reproductive rate for a reason, right? Because women are putting off children or choosing not to have children altogether. And if you do not have enough people to replace the people, then society slowly but eventually becomes fucking extinct, right? So what men are doing, and a lot of because people don't keep up with this shit, and it's just 10-4 head, and it sounds crazy, and it'll never ever happen. But lo and behold, now we got some motherfucking programs that can motherfucking read, write, and know more than most humans. All right. So while y'all out here playing with this shit, thinking that women are not, men are literally making ways and a fail safe for women to be replaced.
So
Don't
well,
When you say
oh
procreate, what does that mean?
before we go so far, let's be fair with both studies and well, there's more because there's technology where women or where they've also been able to pull a woman's wool and make a baby without sperm. There we have something that we need to talk about that's bigger than both man and woman. There is a theory or something to replace human beings, regardless if you're a man or a woman. Both technology is helping aid the woman and the man. They're finding ways to do this because there's a human interaction problem that the world is not addressing. Okay. So yes, what Fantastic saying is true. I've looked into it and read it, and I already knew this was coming. But before that, they have found and have been studying how to make babies without sperm because they're realizing that human beings are not connecting in the way that we used to before.
Was it successful,
Well,
Chingy?
hold on, but
Yes, it was successful, and it was with animals as well. It's called what I can't remember the name
It's
specifically,
cool.
but
I'll look it up.
if
I
you
just
look
had
it up,
I
if you look it up, these things both exist. I'm only saying this because if we're going to just be fair to what is true and what's happening with our technology, that we're looking to replace one another because we're not interacting well enough.
no,
Human beings are not
I
adapting
get
well
that, Tiki.
to social things, and that's just a simple thing.
Can we
I
hold
get
on,
it.
y'all? Hold
But
on,
let me
hold on. Can we address y'all? We are moving further and further away from the point.
I
Wait,
know.
away from
Yes.
the Fatty point when he said we don't need women wasn't to say that we don't need them and they value about loving and nurturing and procreating and having children. It was about
Yes.
the fact that make the world go round. We don't need them to take those positions. But he said it bluntly as a man. He said we don't need them, right? So I'm gonna give you an example of what. Hold on, Eda man. I'm gonna ask y'all all together, just kind of real fast. Let's pretend that women were dominating the world and they were running a basketball team as an all women's league, and then the people came together saying, "Man, we want our team to perform better. Okay, we're gonna start adding men to the league." And the first person put a male basketball team, a male on their basketball team. Their team started performing better. The other girls said, "Hey, man, I don't like that they perform better." They went and got girls to put on their team. Let's say it was racist too, because someone wanted to bring race into it. It was just all white team. Then they started getting black women first before the man. Then they put black white men on the team. Then it's all black men. I'm saying this because I have a nephew who play in Thailand, and they had nothing but Thailand players. And one of the teams said, "You know what we need to do? Let's put a black guy on one of the basketball teams." You know what the other Thailand teams started doing? Putting black people on their teams, and now most of their teams are predominantly black. So let me ask the sisters this: if y'all were, let me finish. If we do it the other way, like you said, and I'm just gonna make the statement, and you can rebuttal if you disagree. If you start putting women in those positions when the men are already at the epitome, at the peak of being the creators, the philosophers, the builders, the athletes, the world will get worse if you put women in those positions. And if you can rebuttal that, please respond. And either man, if you want to be the first one to do that, that's fine. But every time there's a place, and the same thing where what was Fantastic said, women became a man became the woman of the year twice. But now that men are starting to compete with women, they're getting dominated. And so women go, hold on, these men aren't women, these men are men. And now we're losing a reason to even perform in our own trades and a reason to go, hey man, a woman is valuable. You can't just wake up one day and just put on an outfit and go, I'm a woman. But now women are having issues with it because now men are dominating women in the positions where they were dominating without men. So go ahead and rebuttal that, either man.
So I'm gonna respond to what a lot was said, but I'm gonna respond to what you're saying too. See, I think Little Black Book said the most deepest thought here that we pushed over. First of all, if men are no longer in the earth, that means men will never not no longer be the standard. Women, the strongest woman will be the standard, right? So this idea that we keep trying to compare the women to what was the past, or it's almost like us trying to compare the men of today to the men of the 1,000 years ago, right? They don't exist anymore. And then when I'm hearing your point, the point that I heard it was almost like a strong man point when they say, if we replace the things that women do with men need women, the obvious answer is no, but we can go vice versa. If women was to replace the structured jobs, kind of like AI, what he was saying, where they can build cars, they would not need men. So anytime you're replacing what the other ones do, it gives you the lack of needing them, right? And just like they can, like if we go with Fantastic Point is we create this amazing machine that can reproduce without women. We also create an amazing receive that can sustain the infrastructure without strength. Like what we have
No,
in the back.
no. So
Hold
hold
on,
on. Last question, Eater man. Last question. No, Eater man.
this
You
is
brought
the
up
one
some.
who said don't
No,
cut nobody
no,
off
no,
to
no,
let them
no,
get
Eater
to their
man. You
point,
didn't
right?
because
Go
Eater
ahead.
man.
Go
Only time
ahead.
I cut off is when you
Go
address
ahead.
something I didn't say. We weren't talking about AI machines. We're just comparing women and men together. We're not talking about just machines. So I'm gonna ask you this: since you believe whatever you believe in too, without the implementation of structures and technology and all these things, what does a woman do outside of? And we can't even creating a baby. We're not even trying to compete with them. What does women do better than men?
What do women do better than men? I think women do all the women stuff better than men.
No,
Is
I didn't.
only
I said
like,
without
what do
using
you
the
mean? That's
nurturing.
not.
Hey,
I'm
eat a
trying
man,
to answer
eat a
your
man, eat a man,
question.
eat a man. I
I
said
let
without.
you land,
I
and
told you without that. No, no,
Queen,
you don't.
you
Eat a man.
where's
won't.
Hey,
your
Like you
going?
whoever
said,
said my name,
let a
don't speak.
person land,
Eat a
and
man,
I'm
eat a
trying
man,
to land
But
and ask.
eat a
All
man.
the things I
I'm
say
not gonna do
women
that.
should
Jazz,
do,
please
we do
stop.
better.
Please stop.
One second. One
I'm not
second.
having bad faith conversation with nobody. I told you without
I
using the
think
nurturing.
I'm a dip. So y'all, it was cool. Y'all be safe.
Thank you,
All
Cheeky.
that good shit.
Thank you
without
very much,
using
Chiggy,
without
for
using
stopping by.
nurturing, without using baby making, without using the woman and things, because we're this is a competition now. Even though Jazz, I told you it's not what we're trying to do. I'm saying what do if when men and women start competing? Don't use let's like saying she can create sperm. Oh, men can create sperm, so they better. We're not using none of that. So I'm asking you, outside of that, outside of our nature, what does a woman do better than men when we start competing with each other?
That's. I tried to answer your question. Can I answer your question in full thought? Is that okay with you? Right. So what you're asking, if I take everything that a woman is away from her, what else can she do? And if I ask that same question, if I took everything from what a man is away from what he is, what can he do? The answer will be nothing because now we're asking them to do something outside of their nature.
What?
Women are good at being a woman and doing the things that comes with womanhood. Men are good at being a man doing things. And this is why God said, hey, let's bring these two together.
Why are you pandering? Why no. I'm not going to let
And
this shit go.
Damien
Why are
and
you
Little Black
pandering?
Book doing it too. And Little Black, they just nodded their head.
Respectfully. No, no, respectfully. Hey, either man, you have a construction company. You have from HR jobs to desk jobs to architect jobs to mine in the field jobs to put in the building up jobs to piping to electricity to everything. Tell me one job that the man can do from desk to HR to fucking pipes to water to electricity, and then put the woman on the same jobs and see how much time you're going to have to motherfucking build that shit. Respectfully, you don't have the answer. You can hire 10 men, spread them around and let them do the job. If you hire 10 women, 5 of those women are not going to be able to complete the job because those jobs are very male dominated, and even the rough shit that you could do, they don't have the strength in their hands to actually grab a motherfucking pipe and put it inside of something. So respectfully, can you be honest about it? Tell me one job that clearly you have a man, you put a woman in, you plug a woman, and the woman is clearly better than the man other than popping out kids.
Like, can I respond in full thought? Is that
The way
okay?
you want to.
If you
Yeah.
if you
Okay,
engage with the question.
So I have heard you guys say over and over again that it's more women on this earth in America than men. So I might have to take 2 or 3 women to do what one man does. I believe this idea that the women will not be able to do a construction job. Like the construction's just gonna stop, right? Would it take them a little bit longer? Maybe, because we're still
We
asking
didn't
them
ask you
to
that.
do something that
You're
have
doing it
been
already.
traditionally cut out.
No, no, Can Damien? Can
You're
you a
conceding
little black
No,
book?
no, no, no,
No,
Ali, no,
no,
no, no,
no.
don't
We
move
didn't
it.
ask that.
Hey, Ali, you know why she didn't move it? Hey,
No,
Emmanuel.
no, no. Can little fatty?
No,
Can
no,
little
no,
black
it's
boy
not. No,
Damien
it's not.
answer it?
It's not that because there's no need to be moving, right? Did you notice I didn't answer the question? And when he answered, he said it would take a little bit slower. What is slower? Is worst.
Yeah.
What is
He
weaker?
needs
Is
3
worst.
women.
What is
What's more,
shorter? Is
more
worse. So,
manpower? What's more manpower
yeah,
required? Worse.
so the men are better than
Lower
the
isn't
woman
But,
always
because
but
men.
worse.
listen,
Less
Hold
the one
efficient.
thing, hold on, to
Efficiency.
respond, because I got muted. So let
No,
me
no,
finish.
You
no,
responded
you,
to
no,
his
no, no,
question.
no. It's
I
not.
am literally responding
Hey,
to the
sir,
question. It's
sir.
just not like how y'all not answering the question
No,
how
no, no,
y'all
no,
want
no,
me to
Damn.
answer it.
sir.
I'm literally
Can you
answering the
stop?
question. So to
You have to.
answer your
But
question,
yes, and you
what
can
you're
stop.
saying is,
And you
if
can
I
stop. And you
take,
can. And you can stop. And you can stop. You can stop. You can definitely stop. I'm not Anton, but you can shut the fuck up. Because that's what you do on other panels when you respect these people. When they tell you stop, you stop, right, the man? I know you. When
I'm
Anton tells
muted.
no,
I'm muted. You can keep talking.
what I'm saying is that I'm going to give you your turn. I'm going to give you your turn.
Got cut
But you
off in
aren't.
my turn.
Yeah,
I
but
was
no,
muted me
no.
halfway through my turn. What are you
Man,
talking
the
about? Okay,
man.
guys, get it out so I can respond to you.
The man. Do you know the music by Kanye West? Stronger, faster, whatever the fuck it is. You know that song? No, no. Mute yourself. I didn't mute you. Go
I'm
ahead.
not muting myself. You keep acting like I'm the one muting myself.
Wait.
Let me put my hands up. I'm not the one who keep pressing mute.
It's only two
You're
of us.
making it seem like I
Hey,
muted myself.
I will. I will say. 1 second. I will say this is the man. I thought it was just
You
technology.
thought I was just muting, so nobody muted me. I just happened to get muted.
No, and nobody muted you not now. Earlier I did. Not now. Nobody's muting you. No, why would I lie? Why would I have to lie? Why would
No,
I lie?
it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. And and 1 second. And 1 second. And I apologize for telling you shut the fuck up. You didn't deserve that. It's my bad. I was just irritated. Right. The question is this. Right. There's this music for Kanye West. It's not Kanye West. It's actually Daft Punk. Right. Stronger, faster, all of that. Right. Can we assume that stronger, faster, taller, all these is something that makes you be better than somebody that is slower, that is shorter,
Yeah,
that is weaker?
absolutely, yes.
If that's the case, can we admit that for the most part, men are better than women because they are taller, stronger, faster? We
No,
can.
no, listen, yes. So yes to your question, because I want to answer your question genuinely. Yes to your question. But
Mhm.
if we say, hey, we only going to measure women on what men are traditionally designed to do, the women will always lose. But if I make a new scale that women traditionally are strong at, men would lose every time. And I know we want to argue that
Give me
that's
an
not
example.
true.
What
Hold
is
on, we
that?
want to argue that that's
What
not
is
true.
that?
Give me
Give
an
an
example.
example. He said
What
example.
is that?
I give you an example. Caretaking and raising kids. Women are better
They're
than
male
men.
nurses. Men do
No,
that. Men
no.
are fathers. Men are fathers, and
Men are
they're male
better
nurses.
fathers, and y'all,
But
and
they're
men are
not the
better
majority
parents.
who
Hold on,
does
hold on, hold
that.
on, hold on. You want to do
No,
that?
that's not
Hold
the
on,
argument.
hold
But
on.
men
Men
aren't
are
the
better.
majority who do the
We
Hold
nursing,
on,
know
hold on.
that.
who
Y'all
do
aren't
the child
listening.
Hey,
rearing,
We
Jazz.
can't
and
If
they're
men
not
replace.
in a
the
place,
best at it
hey,
because
No.
it's
Jazz.
natural.
So
Jazz,
y'all
we
can
said
make the
replace.
argument
We're
for
not
women
arguing.
that they're
Hey,
not the majority of the
Hey,
Hold on.
labor, but
if
we
No,
can't make the
arguing on
argument for
men.
men.
hey,
No,
So it's a
hey,
non-issue.
just 1 second, just 1 second. This is why I really think that, like, when they say, "Fatty, you know what, going outside," right? My mom used to be a cleaner in a hospital. She, like, you know what I'm saying? Do you know that every time they need to move people from beds, they needed to do the heavy duty and all that shit, they call the male nurses to
male
do that shit,
nurses.
Yeah,
right?
because
Like
they're
the male,
heavier.
like, 1 second. Every man on the planet can pick up a baby and say, "Bee ba boo boo, go to sleep, boo bee bee boo bee boo." Like we can do it. We do it this all the time.
You
I
can't breast, you can't
actually,
breastfeed.
Y'all keep using
Well,
those. Y'all
obviously
keep
that
using.
part, Jazz.
Y'all are
Come on
going
now.
to the.
There is
Hey,
no
hey, hey,
no.
You
y'all,
can't
hold on. Hey,
you
Jazz.
cannot
Hey,
Stop
Jazz. Hey,
moving the
Jazz.
disrespect
Jazz.
a
goalposts. Why do
baby.
you
Jazz.
guys do
Jazz.
that when
Yo,
you
Hold
don't
on.
have
Jazz.
nothing to
Ain't the
say?
formula.
Hold on,
Hold
y'all.
Every
on.
Can y'all
woman don't
please? Can
breastfeed.
everybody?
Why y'all
Can
didn't say
everybody?
that?
Hey,
Hold
Jazz.
on. I
But
just
but
need to
we
just
have
say
the
one thing. I
body.
just
Our
need,
bodies
No,
are
it's
Hey,
not.
created.
Jazz.
It's
If
Our
you
not.
bodies
I
are
just
naturally
Y'all
more.
try to hold every woman to a standard and not hold
no,
every man
no.
to the
let
I
me
standard.
let
actually,
me
hey,
can I
man,
say
hey,
one thing?
hold,
I
hold
just
on.
want to say one
Y'all,
thing.
y'all here say hold on, right? Hey, Damien. I mean, Edaman. Edaman could come right back up here. And Jazz, like, if you or Damien, you have children. Well, right here, Edaman, you have kids. Who are your kids more likely to listen to, you or your woman?
Who is our
If
kids
y'all
most?
give them the same demand, if you give them the same command, who your kids more likely to listen to, you or your woman?
My kids. So more likely, I would say me.
Okay, who would they give a hard?
What's up?
Number two, who
Okay,
are they more
give
like?
me a second,
Hold
No,
buddy.
on,
number two,
let him
number two.
finish.
Who are they more
Let
likely to
him
give a
finish.
hard time, you or your woman?
I think my wife.
There's me playing it, by
And,
the
la-
way.
and,
It's
and
me.
last,
No, no,
last
no,
one,
no.
last
Let him
one, last
finish.
one. You got it.
Let
Last
him
one.
get it all
Who,
out.
who would typically more likely implement order in the household to make it function the right way, you or your woman?
I think me.
Now
So
you can go
hold on.
and interrupt it.
Now
Yes.
let me
I need
respond.
my thumbprint.
What he's talking about is authority versus parenting. It's two different things. I'm a parent. I know these things, right? This idea, just because I have authority over something, it makes me a better parent is bad. Matter of fact, it's a bad equivalent because it's certain things in parenting. Because the good thing about it is I had the chance to watch my wife over these last years. And it's certain things that she have done. I was like, I had no idea that kids even needed that from a parenting point of view. So we just say, do the kids listen to you or not listen to you? That have nothing to do with parenting when it start coming down to the skills of parenting, which is something totally different. And it is proven that women are better parents than men.
They're
And I
better
never,
No,
I
parents
never
under
no,
have
it's
two
not.
parent. They are better parents under
That is
two
true.
parent households. Single
Thank you.
But
fathers are
we
better.
we know that. Listen, we know that. My argument, Melanie, is we need to be together. Listen, I'm not arguing that men.
Why are
This,
we giving her all this praise when she can't get it done by herself and a father can?
no, no, no,
Single
no, no, no,
fathers
But
no.
I
raise
mean,
better
there have been
Fathers are not
children.
plenty
getting
of
it done by
children that have
themselves
been
either.
raised by
Listen,
women alone
fathers are
that were
not getting
able
it
to
done by themselves.
thrive
Yes, please.
without the
There's
father
In
and
spite
vice
of.
versa. You know what I'm saying?
In
Like we
spite
can't
of,
keep
not
No,
because
saying
of.
we
fathers
can't
are
keep
better
saying
at
like
raising
there
children,
there
and
are great
single
men.
father households are better than single mother households.
no,
Like
But
no,
that's
but
it's
but
just
not.
how can you say
Yes, it
that when
is.
we know that
Because
they
they
have
have better
great men?
results.
It
Because
has
they
statistics.
have
better
better
But how
results.
results
can you say that?
statistically.
Wasn't LeBron James raised by a single mother?
Dude,
Wasn't
don't
Barack
lump
Oh no,
Obama
they
Whoa,
don't
raised
whoa,
want
by
they
a
don't
whoa,
want to
single
count
whoa,
don't
those.
mother?
don't
They don't want to count those. They don't want to count the single mothers who were successful.
one second, one
Obviously, don't know
second,
LeBron's story.
because we're getting to. I don't want to say nothing stupid, right? Like, uh, say that one of these biggest sanguinaries in the history of mankind was raised by a single mother too, right? I don't want to do that tick for tack type of situation, but that's kind of a crumb. It's kind of a fallacy. You are picking up LeBron James when you know if I go to prison and I go to the death row and I know two violent crimes, most of those men were raised by single mothers too.
Okay,
So
okay, but there are also a lot more that were raised in two-parent households that have shot up schools that are
No,
G-rated.
no.
No, that's
Hello,
not
Jazz. Hello,
true.
no, Jazz.
That
I
is
got you,
that is
Jazz.
so, so you
this
telling
is
me
all.
every criminal? So
Hold
you
on,
Yeah,
telling
no,
me
hold
every
on,
every
criminal
every
that ever
every
committed a crime
hold
was
on,
raised
No,
No,
was
Jazz,
that's
was
not
Jazz,
raised
Jazz.
by
hold
a
true.
on,
single mother?
hold on,
Look,
Jazz.
one
Listen,
sec,
no,
one second, friends. One
Y'all
second,
gotta
friends.
stop.
One second, friends.
it's a
Yeah,
fact.
nothing is all, Jazz. Okay, nothing
Okay,
is
but
all.
here's what
What
I'm
we're
saying
saying.
though.
One second, Jazz. See if you disagree with us, and then you go from there. And then we
Single.
have, and then we have to go to the main event, friends. Oh, what's
what,
up, Watch? How you doing, sir?
I'm
What
just
up,
saying
bro?
that
Thank you.
Can we
there
all
are
agree?
there are
The
criminals that become criminals that were raised in two-parent households
Absolutely.
that have had the father in the home, the religion in the home, the structure
most
in the home, and
prisoners
Who
they
said
were
still grow up
Watch.
to
One second.
be detriment
Offenders
most
to be
and
most
violent
detrimental to
crime
most
society.
offenders are
So you
single
can't.
mother raised.
Can I
Hold on.
finish?
Stop
Hey,
using it
hey,
just as their
this
song.
is.
Stop using
Well,
their
that's because they broke, not because they got raised by a woman. It's because they poor that they
you
No,
got.
can never say
one second, please. One second, please. I want to ask y'all a question. See if we disagree. And by the way, Adolf Hitler was raised by a single mother. I just want to say that. I just want
And
to
he
be
was
petty.
poor.
I don't want. One second, please. One second. I don't want to be petty.
Poor.
I don't want to be
The
petty.
poverty, not the single mom.
I don't want to be petty. I want to ask you a question, right?
LeBron was poor.
Yes. I want to ask. I want to ask a question. Would it be fair to say, and see if you agree or disagree, and then we'll go to the main event. Would it be fair to say is better chances for that kid to thrive and to actually be a member of society if we put him on the dad's ends, on the average man ends, instead of the average woman ends? Is it fair to say that it's
No.
more probable that the kid is going to have more discipline, is going to stay away from
That
drugs,
prove
crime?
it.
Is
No.
no?
That's
So
not a
That
guarantee.
prove it.
one second,
That's
please.
not
So,
a guarantee. You have
so
no
no.
right to
Nothing
prove
is
that.
guaranteed. We're talking about
You
probability.
do have stats to prove it.
That-
Now,
that's-
listen,
No,
Hold
and
on.
it's not because they were raised by a single mother. It was because of
It's
the
the
absence of the father.
no,
That's
but it's
the
the
absence
poverty.
of the
It's the
father.
poverty.
no,
How could
listen,
it be
no,
most likely to be broke?
Come
Stop
on, man.
there.
Can I-
Stop there. That's
yeah.
it. Go ahead, fantastic. Stop there.
Yeah,
That's
so Jazz, you literally just used LeBron James to make your point and said, "Oh, LeBron is the greatest basketball player ever. He's raised by a single mother." You didn't say because his dad wasn't there. So when it's a positive, you take the credit and give it to the
No.
fucking mom.
No,
Okay,
what I'm saying
come
is,
on, stop, love, stop. I promise you, I'll throw it
don't
right back
call
to
me
you.
love.
Okay,
Don't call me love.
okay. Well, Jazz, I'm sorry, ma'am, miss, whatever. All right. So listen, now you're going to take away and say, "Yeah, it's not because
his mic went out.
mother." It's
Your
because
mic went out. I didn't hear you. Your mic went out. What you say?
I said is now you want to take away the credit when it's a negative and you want to blame the father. So whenever it's a negative, hold on, that's literally what you just did.
No, I
You
didn't.
stop
You're
shaking your head.
conflating. I didn't say
You
that.
literally
Steve.
just said it's not because of the single mother, it's because of the absent father. That was your words verbatim.
Okay, this is what I meant by that. When I brought up LeBron James, and I only brought up these people because every time we have these conversations,
everybody knows them. It's fine. Yes.
Yeah, but you don't even know LeBron's story.
Y'all always bring up like these super rich people that do whatever.
It's fine. It's fine. Just we understand
But
why
I
you
know
brought it up.
plenty
Go
of
ahead.
men. I know plenty of men that were raised by single mothers and are great men and are great
99%
and
of
are
them.
great and are great men.
99.
I know plenty of men. I know plenty of men and women that were raised by single mothers that grew up to be great people and vice versa. But we
Okay.
all know that a child thrives in a loving, healthy home,
Okay.
not just two parents in a home, but in a loving, healthy home. Because two parents can still be in a home and still be a toxic household.
Okay,
That's,
but okay,
if,
I got a dip. I just want to
one
say something
second.
real quick.
No, we
I got
don't.
a jump. I just want to say one thing.
I want y'all to commit to that. Jazz and the man Williams.
You
Would
didn't
you
even let me
recommend?
get my
No.
statement.
I want because there's a main event. Y'all ever going to have time to talk a lot about like please, man.
Let
Come
me
on,
close
man.
out this event then. Let me
Come
close.
on, man.
All right,
Come on. Like you see what I'm saying? Like y'all giving us a tough time when you know these fucked up to manage a big panel. Come on, respectfully.
Yeah, so all I'm saying is this. It's like
No, Jess,
I
we know.
wasn't
Yes, we know. I have a question for
okay.
you.
Okay, my bad.
No, I have a question for you and for the man. So if it depends, and you don't care, like not care, but would you recommend a woman to have kids without a dad? Would you say because I will tell this. Sorry once again. If you are a competent man, go ahead and have a kid, brother. Better you having a kid than these ancient men that have 3 kids by 3 baby mamas and they never show up. A man having a kid has tremendous results. I don't care how much studies we do. I don't care how left and right. Men raising kids by themselves have as results on par with families that have 2 parents. So my question, especially for either man, since today, I don't know, he came from the Bahamas, this motherfucker rich as fuck, he's looking tanned and shit, he's probably feeling good. Either man Williams, you are telling me that you don't have no problem with women raising kids by themselves.
I'm saying, from what I said from the beginning, I have a problem with anybody raising kids by themselves. It took two people to make these kids. Both of these people need to raise these kids. And I keep saying the best results is when the mother and father is together inside of the household. I just want to say this, and I'll land it quickly. We keep talking about the 70% of the household that are single mothers, and we want to focus on the 1% that ends up in jail. 99% of them are successful. Based on so this idea, when you start talking about the jail population, you talk about less than 1% of those homes, and we don't focus on the other 90%.
You are right. So,
That's the
you are right. No,
Can I
either
say
man.
something real quick?
You know,
Can I say it before I go? I gotta go, Fatty. I gotta go. I just want to say
I just want
something.
to complete what he said. It's just not just jail population. is alcoholism, suicide rates, drugs, homelessness. If you go to
Thank
all
you.
the metrics that affect men disproportionately, is literally raised by a single mother, raised by a single mother, raised by a single mother. So it's not just 1% is the man, it's probably 15, 20%, and 20%
Literacy,
or 15%
literacy.
on a society. 20% is what fucks up everything else for everybody. You know, when you say the niggas that y'all don't like because y'all black men, y'all not niggas, those are the 15% of niggas that is fucking up for all y'all black men. So when you complain about these niggas, no, when you pull the conservative douchebag shit, right? Because you are a man of work and you put people on and you are conservative and all that shit, and all these motherfucking niggas you complain about come from who? Not from a
Single
daddy and
mothers.
man. They come from single mothers. So you've been for 3 years complaining about these niggas that is been raised by these single mothers, and all of a sudden you come along and you say, "I don't have a problem." Come on, man, get the
All
fuck
right,
out of here.
let me jump in real quick
Go
before I
ahead, then.
got Jeff. Two things. Number one, it ain't about the fact that it's a woman raising this. It's the fact that single mothers are most likely to be in poverty, living and working underneath the poverty line. It's the poverty that puts them where they're probably living in a more dangerous area that makes that kind of criminality and stuff like that normal, and it is part of the environment that they grew up in. So it's not necessarily a single mom, it's that they don't have access to some of the resources necessarily to keep them. Single dads usually are making more money, so they can usually work to keep them and put them in better situations. You don't see a lot of single dads living in the hood. I mean, living in the ghetto, living in projects, living in stuff like that. You usually see single moms living in projects and stuff like that where there's dangerous situations and we can contribute to more criminality of their children. That's that part. But just to book in one last part, if you guys are saying that it'd be difficult for women to maneuver easily in a society and a system that's created by men, yes, that's an absolute fact. Just like I'm 6'1", 210 pounds, a 5'2" dude would have a hard time driving my truck because he's not equipped to drive. His arms aren't as long, his legs aren't as long, and stuff like that. So he would have to make accommodations to make it to where he could utilize and drive my truck. Just the same way I feel like women would have to make accommodations to utilize some of the things in order to keep society going. They would be like, oh my God, we can't lift this 20-pound hammer with one hand.
Yes.
Okay, then they'll create 4-pound hammers or
They have
whatever, just like
physical
Peter
limitation.
Man said. So all
Yes.
I'm saying is that those 2 points, I think what we're doing is we're trying to make it seem like are men and women exactly the same? Absolutely not. But is the value that they can bring to society equal? I believe so. So with
Yes.
that I said, I'm gonna holla at y'all and catch y'all on the
Can I,
next trip.
yeah. So
I
Anybody want to answer?
appreciate
from an
No,
engineering
I
standpoint.
appreciate you, Damon. I see you later. The point that you are wrong is
Yeah.
men don't have limiters when it comes to nurturing. A woman have a limiter and a ceiling when it
In the
comes to do
physical.
physical things
Yeah.
because it's physical. Nothing stops me from saying boo boo gaga. Let me read the book real quick for you. Nothing. And that's the
Yeah.
problematic part of the conversation is y'all
But
are
do
pretending
you?
that men can actually do the nurturing job. We nurture our woman, we nurture our dogs, we
Yep.
nurture everybody. We go ahead and we usually take care of everything. But all of a sudden, we are these motherfucking Flintstones. They can even pick up a baby and tell the baby goodbye. I see you tomorrow. Like this shit makes no
What's
fucking sense.
stopping you now? Since you can do it, what's stopping you now from doing it?
Because women are here to do it. Because women are
Feminism,
here.
Because
feminism,
what?
Women are
feminism.
here.
Yeah,
No,
feminism.
but why do you care about them? You should just do it yourself. Because
No.
you're capable of doing
Because
it
I'm
now.
a man.
No,
Because we have separate roles. That's
No, you're
why. Because
better
I
at
have to
doing
lift
it
the
though.
heavy shit. So because I
That
have to
makes
lift the heavy
sense.
shit. Oh wait, no. Let
You're
me
better
answer,
at doing it.
answer the question. So you ask the question. Let me answer it. I, as a man, am more apt to do physical activity and physical things to lift the heavy shit. Now, if you want to, little black book, we can always switch the roles. We can do it to where the men are the caretakers, and then we make the women the fucking hard laborers. How you think this gonna turn out?
Make sure they go
Again,
to war.
y'all keep running away from, you keep trying to dismiss, is one can simply ease over to the other. All right. One can literally cannot, by limitations of physicality, of mentality, of several things, cannot do what the other does. This is undisputable. I don't know. And this goes back to your earlier point, little black book. When we do this gray area shit about it's possible,
Yeah, it's
what's
not.
probable?
It's not.
Possible and probable. That's why men are men and women are women. Men talk
Yeah.
about probability, not possibility.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about this from an engineering standpoint. Do you know how just from an engineering standpoint, electrical, mechanical, the things that would have to be changed in order for women to act things and the time it would take to fucking reorder the world for women to be able to operate the world like men do without men here, society would crumble.
Yeah.
Okay, they just had a motherfucking they had a strike in Philly where the trash workers shut down for 3 days. The city was in shambles. Just the trash men alone. These are things that women can sign up and do today. What they do not do. They don't do it because they don't want to.
They don't want to do it.
And look, AI.
I get that point.
Women don't
I'm
want
not saying
to
that point.
shit. Okay,
I'm saying
women,
you better at caring, right?
Yo,
I'm saying that you're better at nurturing.
What I'm saying is that
I'm not saying better.
Are you not better?
The crazy part is that AI is honestly women's greatest hope in terms of achieving some sort of symbiotic like equality, and they're dropping the ball on that because through AI they could hypothetically manufacture the machines and things needed to do the job for them, and even the playing field between men and women, but they're not even like really deeply entrenched in the AI field, and they're letting that pass. AI was women's greatest. AI is women's greatest hopes of closing the gap and achieving equality, because basically you can invent autonomous systems to build things for you and build themselves and build weaponry and protection. And women are dropping the ball on that. Like AI is becoming dominated by men.
Well, yeah, but there's two things. Watch. So there's two things, right? One, it wouldn't just be AI; it would be a combination of AI and robotics because we have the AI.
That's what I meant. Yeah, that's what I meant.
I'm just, you know what I'm saying, alley-ooping from what you're saying. You said a great premise, right? Another part is like you said though, women refuse to get involved in STEM and understand it, right? So you literally have people now that has to monitor AI so AI doesn't take over and start motherfucking, making its own thing and own language. A lot of people
self-aware.
Go ahead.
Question, Watch.
Yeah,
and by the way, after the question, super chats, and we go to the main event. Okay, I want Melanie and Jess to answer this.
We got a couple questions, and we can move on. So, do you believe that men have had a head start on the infrastructure than women?
What?
I'm gonna answer. Yeah, yes, men have had a head start, and
how long? How long?
They've had a pretty much a lifelong head start.
200,000 years. Let's go with that.
But hold on, but that's because of natural human biology and like natural inclination, biological inclination. So men are inclined to do the things that